mysterious organization known as the Program brought together a group of strangers and forced them into a shady experiment known as the Metapilot Program. They found themselves leaping into different worlds they called metaverses and inhabiting people inside these worlds, people they called avatars. But all was not as it seemed. The Program was engaged in an ancient battle with a force known only as the Founders, and the group of former strangers soon found themselves on the run, uncertain who to trust. Their search to understand what these forces want with them continues to take these metapilots to strange new worlds that they now know are real. But the metaverse is beginning to crack. Pieces of other worlds are leaking through to our world, and the metapilots are bringing superhuman powers back from their travels. Every secret uncovered leads to more questions, and each power gained leads to deeper connections. But one thing is clear above all else: the metaverse is here, and someone needs to save it. Four strangers took part in an exciting new opportunity, the chance to play test the latest in virtual reality, something called Project Metaverse. What seemed like a game at first soon became anything but, and these new metapilots discovered the truth behind the worlds they visited, thanks to an entity known as Tom. Breaking free of the Program, the group has a new mission: to save the metaverse. Can they become the heroes they need to be? Who is the mysterious Tom, really? And what will happen when they finally catch up to the other group of pilots, the one that the Program has been hunting for so long? Only time will tell. See you on the other side. A mysterious organization known as the Program brought together a group of strangers and forced them into a shady experiment known as the Metapilot Program. They found themselves leaping into different worlds they called metaverses and inhabiting people inside these worlds, people they called avatars. But all was not as it seemed. The Program was engaged in an ancient battle with a force known only as the Founders, and the group of former strangers soon found themselves on the run, uncertain who to trust. Their search to understand what these forces want with them continues to take these metapilots to strange new worlds that they now know are real. But the metaverse is beginning to crack. Pieces of other worlds are leaking through to our world, and the metapilots are bringing superhuman powers back from their travels. Every secret uncovered leads to more questions, and each power gained leads to deeper connections. But one thing is clear above all else: the metaverse is here, and someone needs to save it. Four strangers took part in an exciting new opportunity, the chance to play test the latest in virtual reality, something called Project Metaverse. What seemed like a game at first soon became anything but, and these new metapilots discovered the truth behind the worlds they visited, thanks to an entity known as Tom. Breaking free of the Program, the group has a new mission: to save the metaverse. Can they become the heroes they need to be? Who is the mysterious Tom, really? And what will happen when they finally catch up to the other group of pilots, the one that the Program has been hunting for so long? Only time will tell. See you on the other side.
Welcome to Metaverse Monday. It is our season finale and the final episode of our Metapocalypse. Now, if you found us, then you're watching on YouTube right now, which, then you know that we're not currently broadcasting on Twitch. It's going to mean our store is a little different, so you're going to need to work with that.
Welcome to Metaverse Monday.
And I'm hearing myself. Can we... One second, guys. There is nothing more painful than hearing your own voice.
No, hearing your voice is definitely more painful for me.
You gotta do it twice, too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, we're here broadcasting on YouTube, where we're doing this, for a lot of reasons. The first and foremost is it's the right thing to do. We not only need to stand in solidarity with the people striking, but it's important that we at Zoe show you that, it's people before profits, and it's something that's always been the way of Zoe, and it's important that we put our money where our mouth is. So as much as this might inconvenience some of you, it is much more for the greater good, and it needs to happen.
The greater good.
I want you to know that I'm sorry for any inconvenience or any difficulty that this caused anybody or any confusion, but it was really important. Anyway, enough of seriousness. Let's do some Metaverse stuff.
Yeah.
Wrong assistant.
Can they stop Tom before he tears the Metaverse apart? Time is running out. Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is made possible by you. And you guys really came out to make Journey Quest for the Kickstarter get funded. That just shows how much you guys all care, and that, a further example that these things are your projects as much as ours. And we really, really thank you for all that. Every last bit that helps you, every message shared, every retweet, every dollar, it all adds up. And we really, really appreciate it. I want to take a moment to give a shout out to some other good shows, like the guys that were Dragons and Things, from the people that brought you Walking in Circles. They happen to be partnered with Paizo, and they play Pathfinder, sometimes even well, on Fridays from 6 to 10 Pacific. Our own Christian Doyle is on Table Takes on the Gen Con channel on Fridays at 11 Pacific. And speaking of shout-outs, we have some Patreon backers who I want to acknowledge, like Hawk Robinson. Thank you, Hawk Robinson.
Hawk Robinson.
Daniel Peck. Thank you, Daniel Peck. And one of my personal favorites of all of our lovely fans, Liz Louie.
Whoa! We don't have favorites.
I have favorites.
Except for Liz.
I feel like Daniel Peck got screwed.
Aww.
We love you, Daniel.
I love all of you, but I do have favorites. I'm like that. I'm sorry.
We like Hawk a lot, too.
Well, but Hawk has his own whole thing. He can do gaming on his own on the road.
Right.
I envy him.
I do, too.
I like it.
We don't have
Did you guys know that you can affect this game every single week? Yes, and we actually have that lovely little special store running for you guys right now. Would somebody put a link up to the store in chat? I would greatly appreciate it real quick. But yeah, this is, it's a little different than normal, but they really, really could use your help today. We've got some nuclear weapons to stop. We have Tom to stop, and they need all the help they can get.
Superman 4 of Project Metaverse.
And usually we do these lovely Patreon polls, but there was way too many people to run a poll for this week. Yeah, just way too many. So I didn't run a poll at all, and I really was going to improvise something, but until this absolute moment, I completely forgot about it. So you're on your own, guys. Sorry.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Just who's lined it? Just throw them out.
But I
Who
love
cares?
those favorites contest.
And I want to take a moment and thank our mods, Pax, AK. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do. Thanks for our lovely tech crew back there. They have scrambled to put this together in an effort with all these challenges we've overcome, and they are absolutely amazing.
We made sure we still got our season finale. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, they are great. They are marvelous, and they are masters of their job.
And also the
Masters
Metaverse.
of Masters.
Thank you for everything you do. Saw what I did there. Great. Hey, how about some credits?
Sounds great.
I'd like one.
Roll them at your leisure, No
Until
pressure,
then,
no
I
rush.
will just move back and forth.
Whenever
in
you
my
get
chair.
to it.
The bing, bing, bing.
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Welcome back. Previously on the Metapocalypse, with the Joe's Diners of the other metaverses secured, our heroes have moved on to the final Joe's, right here in Jarbidge, Nevada, in their own metaverse. This morning, Colonel Jackson let Crash select a team of pilots to join him in reaching Jarbidge by ultralight ahead of the others. Their mission, secure the town and the Joe's Diner there. Meanwhile, the rest of you loaded up in a repurposed military transport truck and headed towards Jarbidge over land. While the entire area was under complete lockdown from a terror threat, with checkpoints set up and maintained by U.S. military personnel, it was merely a trivial matter for Aquamarine to talk your way past each of these checkpoints. Eventually, you reached the turnoff to Jarbidge. With the only other road completely washed out, it is likely that this would be the route that Zenda would need to take to get past the last parts of the pod to Joe's. The original plan was to hold the road near Jarbidge to make sure no one got past. Better to stop Zenda before he completes the pod than have a showdown inside of Joe's, as Colonel Jackson pointed out. But a short time ago, that all changed. You could hear the gunfire long before you reached your destination outside Jarbidge, and from the sounds of it, Jarbidge had become a battleground. The rapid staccato burst of machine gun fire mixed with explosions of larger ordnance for several minutes, and then died down suddenly, only to restart a few moments later with renewed fervor. And then a very large explosion, a column of thick black smoke still spiraling into the sky, and in the town of Jarbidge. Andy James, you're still on the swings in Isaiah's dream. Swinging along. He is very content here.
Why do you love it so much here?
It's not a cage.
What if there are other places that are just as happy, that aren't a cage, that are in the real world?
I can do anything I want here.
And all you want to do is swing?
Right now.
Well, what do you want to do when you get tired of swinging?
Yesterday I was in a swimming pool.
You were in a swimming pool yesterday. There are swimming pools in the real world, friend.
They're not the same.
What's so great about your swimming pool?
It's mine.
Ah, I see. You just want to
quiet.
own the world. Just you and nobody else?
It's quiet. It's not loud. People are always loud.
Am I? I feel like you're in a lot of pain.
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
You know, there are more kinds of pain than just physical pain. There's emotional pain.
You sound like Jeb.
It's not something I ever expected to hear. Okay. Would you let me be your friend?
Tom is my friend.
People can have more than one friend.
People don't make good friends. Only Tom is my friend. People are bad.
And when Tom gets what he wants, everyone will be Tom.
Everyone will be safe.
I don't think you know what safe means. You can be inside of a cage, but your mind can also be the cage. And Tom is trying to put all of us in a cage to keep us safe. And I don't think you want to put everyone in a cage. Don't you know? Do you You remember how horrible that was.
Tom doesn't put anybody in cages. Tom lets everybody out of cage.
Tom will make us our own cage.
Uh-uh.
I'm sorry, Isaiah. Somebody's been lying to you. And I'm sorry it had to be your friend.
You shouldn't say mean things about Tom.
There's mean and then there's the truth. I hope one day you wake up and you see the truth.
You need to go away now. I don't want you here anymore. And you wake up, Andy James. The town of Jarbidge around you is not resembling that which before you fell asleep in Dreamland. A large explosion has occurred. You can see Brony standing in bits of his clothes. Only the nether regions seem to be covered on him.
Give me 5.
Thank God.
At the epicenter of the explosion, there is a very badly beat up Bruno that crashes, helping to his feet. The other two individuals that were next to Bruno, those other opposing pilots, there's nothing left of them. The explosion apparently claimed their lives.
Are you okay?
No. That guy just blew up at me.
Crash, you were barely able to absorb and redirect the killing force of that painful explosion. And it's still reoccurring to you in your mind what Tom said about nuclear weapons headed to 5 different cities. It wasn't supposed to go like this. So many people at risk. It's everything that you didn't want. The dead pilots, the dead townspeople. It's so hard to be a hero. Save the metaverse. Stop the killing. It's just so much. If only your other friends were here. And then you can feel them. They're close.
We don't monetize YouTube, right? Pornography.
Good. Who's coming?
You can feel Wyatt, Jenica, Rosie, Maddox, Thomas, and Aquamarine. They're closing. You can feel them getting closer.
Okay. Can I go fast?
Yes.
I'm gonna get them.
They're pulling into town in a military transport vehicle that's been repurposed. It looks like the one that was at the facility you left in the old
Not
Frog
fast
earlier.
enough. Make it faster.
What's going on?
Hold on. Friends are coming.
Stay, Helen.
Oh, I'm staying. I'm staying.
Everyone.
Okay.
Please come join us, everyone.
Confusing.
All right.
We'll just set that down right there.
Oh,
Pop that
I'm so
door open.
sunburned.
Okay, everybody
Sorry,
out.
it's okay. I didn't say.
Then I will not touch it.
What's going
My
on?
chair, if you would like to chair.
Oh,
Bad
I didn't know
news.
how long it was.
I have to explain it, and there's really no time. Aquamarine, do the stoppy thing. I need 10
Time
minutes.
shift?
I need 5 seconds.
Okay,
Gimme.
I do it.
All right, Aquamarine stops time.
You remember the end of Richard Donner's Superman?
Time shift.
No.
No.
It's exactly like that, though, Brony. He's so
I know,
smart.
right?
Okay, there are lots of bad people here trying to get into that Joe's that we couldn't see until very recently.
Okay.
And still
Sitting-
kids.
It's right there now.
It's right there now. And it seems to be closed despite the fact that it says 24 hours on it.
Actually, the sign that spins around that always says open 24 hours reads open 17 hours.
Oh, good.
That's
Great. That's not on this at all.
that's
Truth in
arbitrary.
advertising.
Okay. While time is stopped, he has fired 5 drones with nuclear warheads aimed in 5 different places.
What? That's bad.
Right.
That's like 2.5 of the endings of the
So
Donner
I need to
Superman.
take the people with me who can get those drones down, but the rest of you are going to be in terrible danger from all of the giant robots and other meta pilots with superpowers. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You got to keep them out.
So there's more of those things coming?
Yeah, that wasn't all of them.
Fun.
How long can we leave time stopped? This is the first time I've experienced this. This seems
It won't last very long. We got like a minute in here. It should be okay. So Andy, I need you to help me kind of juice everybody up.
Okay.
Anybody who had a Titan avatar, let's grab some hands. Come on.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
North.
North? Oh, right. Now I remember.
So basically, Galaxy Tales and us two.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Hold on.
Gotta get basic power usage rolls from everybody so we can see if we can juice everybody up.
Are we on? What are we on? 10s?
On 10s,
On
guys.
10.
Everybody's on 10.
I beat mine by 1.
Beat by
That's
1
enough.
is still a success.
Oh,
Oh.
critical success.
Critical
Fantastic.
success.
Nice.
All right, you counter one person's failure if they fail.
And
Well, you countered that failure. It's a critical success.
Rosie. Nice.
Jesse or Maddox
I
needs
just
to
want to
roll
make sure they weren't the
too.
one that does one. That's less than ideal.
Oh,
No, we were in
no,
the.
you were when you
I
were.
was?
Yeah. Oh no, you weren't.
I
Never
wasn't
mind.
a Titan.
That's right, you weren't a Titan.
She was not.
I got that
See,
wrong.
I'm not the only one.
I
who
was
did.
super not a Titan.
Super not a Titan.
Whatever the,
Yes.
Not
yes,
as not
yes.
tight
we get
as
enough
I was.
successes, I guess is the question. To do a power share.
Pardon?
Sort of like a superhero.
Did we get enough successes to do a
except
power
they-
share?
I think we only had
way
one
o-
failure
way
and our
OP.
one critical success counted it. So
Great.
we have 5 successes.
So
Kind of,
for
yeah.
those of you,
It's why I can fly.
that means you guys are gonna get juiced up with me. So I'm taking Thomas, I'm taking Wyatt, I'm taking Andy James,
Yes.
and I am taking Aquamarine.
So I'm the only Titan staying here. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay, so here's what we can do. You're fast enough to catch one. Find a way to bring it down.
Okay.
I'll do the same. You're gonna have to chase him with your sword. You're gonna have to pull Mercy and fly with it and use some
God.
magic to make it not work somehow. That's the best advice I can give you. You're just the only person with enough juice.
Okay.
Well, other people have enough juice, but I need them here to keep everyone else alive.
Right,
I'll
right.
try not to summon Mercy while you're using Mercy.
Appreciate
Please
that.
don't.
That
We'll
would be super great because he'll fall right out of the
I
sky.
mean, it could be
unless he
really
casts
funny
a
though.
spell.
Just like for a split second.
Alternatively, cast a fly spell. Aqua,
Like one that's really
Reaching.
cool in the 90s.
Okay.
I think you can bring her down that way, plus you can fly. Thomas, Chad, get some battle armor going and just chase it down like a fighter jet.
Battle armor?
Yeah. Like, just summon it like you normally would, you know.
Interesting.
You just gotta cast a spell and say the thing, right?
Yes.
You've got some extra juice right now, so really think about what you're trying to do when you do it. But as long as it's a bonded avatar that you've had before, it should be no problem. And I think Chad's your guy.
Guys, hey, we got a rule cool. First time being able to donate. Absolutely love the show. We also have a meta point
Ooh,
and
thank
a
you.
crash buff.
All right.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Do we know who those were from?
I do not at the moment, but they will
Okay.
pop up very shortly.
It will show. Great.
Yes.
Thank you, chat.
Thomas, Jenica, and Aquamarine, you have leftover boosted. Don't forget. The 3 of you have leftover boosted. Don't forget.
Okay, won't forget.
Can you remind us what boosted does?
Anything fancy we want.
You can do one action from any avatar that you've ever had.
Fancy.
Something that you normally couldn't do.
Right.
Bonded or not.
Your car is gone.
Or your car is
That's,
gone.
that's a different kind of boosted.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna shake my head at you.
It's street talk for stolen.
I got that.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
work
You look like
in
you
a
did.
prison.
Yo, that was a fly spell. What?
Oh.
It was side eye, not confusion.
Oh, okay. Good, we're hurting him already. Ow. Now,
This is how we kill Tom. He's in the
right. Before we go, who else has
Tom was
magic?
vulnerable to puns.
Magic, magic, magic. Great.
1 second, guys. Thanks to Susan, Daniel, and Stephen for the crash buff,
Thank
rule
you.
of cool, and meta point.
Yay.
Thank you,
Thank you
Susan,
very
Daniel, and
much.
Stephen.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank you.
I can track them, no problem. If you could do a spell to track the remaining ones,
Oh, I don't do spells. I can do cool things.
I need magic. Could you help me out, Rosie?
Yeah, what do you need?
Track those missiles.
Okay,
Give me a sorcery roll, Rosie.
cool. Thanks. Beat it by 4.
Beat it by 4 is a success. You have not only tracked them, you can send this information to the other members of the party.
Truth. All right, so that's team one.
So long as Rosie remains conscious, all of you are aware of the locations of those drones.
As long as Rosie remains
I love
conscious.
that.
Yes, I
Thank
chose
you
those
for
words
that.
for a reason.
All right,
Can I?
the soldiers are pretty regular soldiery, so but the meta pilots all seem to know karate.
Were they kung fu fighting?
Yeah, like ridiculously kung fu fighting, like
Were
jump
they
kicks that shouldn't
Fast as
happen.
lightning?
You're doing a reference and I don't understand it, Andy James.
This is a first for me.
I'm a little bit frightened
I
too.
got that one.
Okay. Yes.
I want one.
Yep. Yeah, baby.
Okay, so let's go stop some missiles when that time stop goes off. We all know where they're going. Everybody else, don't die. Ready, break!
Go!
And the missile pursuers, excuse me, the bomb pursuers take off, leaving the remaining forces here. Chair swaps, guys.
Chair swap.
Wink up, move down, move down, wink up, move down.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
No.
No, I don't.
Sorry. I got
don't
confused.
Stay here right now.
I got confused. I'm sorry.
The Joe's is in view. The usual rotating sign out front says open 17 hours. The windows, rather than being the traditional clear that you've seen in the past to see diners inside, are that lovely smoky opaque so that you can't see inside at all. Hanging on the door is a sign. You can't quite read it from here.
Should we go over there and read it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe we should walk like we're in the Wizard of Oz. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just go over there really fast.
Hanging on the door, it's one of those lovely clock signs that says, you know, be back in, but there are no hands on it. It's just the clock hanging with no indicated time.
Hollywood! I want to knock on the door.
We might not be in the 17 hours.
You can't
wanna
see
knock on the
inside. You don't. No response. The
Yeah,
door
locked.
doesn't open. It kind of rattles a little bit like a door does. That's clearly locked.
So we don't need to get inside. We need to prevent.
Other people from getting inside?
Should we put stuff in front of it? Or make it invisible?
Should we Home Alone it?
I did enjoy that movie.
Me too.
Can I circle around and see how many more entrances there are?
Oh yeah, you can go on the Joe's.
Go
There's
around the back.
a nice, fire door in the back for the
Okay,
exit
that's
next
locked.
to the dumpster. Totally locked.
Okay.
Cool. I would like to just get rid of the fire door and just make it all one wall.
How are we going to do that?
Magic.
All right, go ahead and give me a sorcery roll.
You could remove doors.
She can do lots of things.
Just just make it all one solid wall.
Yeah.
One less entry point, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And one left
Not if you
exit.
try hard enough.
Yeah, Craft could just.
I beat it by 1.
Doing the sorcery on the Joes, you come to the conclusion fairly quickly that you can create an illusion that the door is not there, but you have no physical capability to affect the Joes at all. It's like a null spot. It just, there's nothing there. Your sorcery hits her and slides off and does nothing.
I still wanna do the illusion spell because having something is better than nothing. I think.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And we would have a good way to sneak out the back if we ever make it inside. And
That's true. Yeah.
Trapped.
Are the windows just in the front of the building
There are no windows in the back, no.
and the sides?
The side's the only one that's like one of those tiny little like bathroom kind of vent
Yeah, the
windows that's
windows?
up
Okay.
high.
Is it open?
You're pretty
Nope.
squishy, right?
Okay.
You're pretty squishy and bendy, right?
Yes, I'm squishy
In fact,
and
this is the
bendy.
first time you've been outside of a Joe's and haven't heard like the machinery running on top of like the hood fans.
Their ice cream machine is
It's
down.
just like
Are you
nothing
kidding me?
is running. It's just dead quiet. Which for all of you that have been to Joe's many times, you have never once seen it closed, seen it empty, or seen it quiet.
Does the
It's
building
just not what happens.
Does it look damaged in any way?
Not at
Walls
all.
and
It looks
windows?
perfectly fine. And the only thing that's really odd about it is that 17 hours and that clock sign hanging out front with no indicated time on it. But it is really unnerving to see a Joe's closed.
But there is power. There's power to the
Clearly,
building.
yeah.
Yeah.
So one of those like New York, like grade A food science is like, what does that say? Is it A? Is it F?
Skinwalker, can you just like slip through the doors and go in like the keyhole or whatever, and like go inside and
like a jellyfish?
That is not how keys work.
No, like
But those windows, those
an
like
octopus. That's what I mean.
yeah, like an
They
octopus,
kinda-
like like can you squeeze in and see if anyone's in there?
Where are we about? Like in the woods, city?
Oh no, you're in Jarbidge, which is a tiny little, nearly abandoned mining town in northern Nevada.
Perfect. So I'm sure there's chipmunks.
Oh yeah, there's all
Rock
kinds
chucks.
of things
Lots of
around.
rock chucks.
Rock chucks. I mean, and there was that little vented bathroom window that you said was vented open, but
closed?
The window?
It's closed. The bathroom is
Oh,
closed.
I thought you said
Right, but
it
even if
was
there's a
propped
keyhole,
No.
can't you like maneuver yourself into it?
open. With my boosted ability.
Oh, with your boosted ability. Aha!
I'm pretty.
So while you all are like checking out the Joes, I'm gonna go around and like collect as much of an arsenal as I can and start figuring out what kind of weaponry we've got for defending it once other people show up.
You collect up some weapons, and by the time they've done their little perimeter check, you've collected up quite a few.
I'd like to have my force field on so that I'm glowing brightly, so maybe I could see in a window better.
So you put a spell to.
Still, you know, that smoky opaque color. It's
Okay.
no matter what you move, it feels like maybe if I move from this angle,
Okay.
but then you still
Because if you make
can't
a whole
see it
thing
through
I've
it,
seen, I'm gonna
and
wear
then
a
still
sandwich
can't
word
see
that
through
says
it.
All right.
Bring back
But I still have the
Joes.
force field on.
It's like it's
Like
trying
I'm
to
really
not let you
angry
see
about
it.
it, but no one will ever think it's still there.
That's funny.
Right?
That's hilarious.
Does it look like one of
This
those
is
like?
America, the land of fat white guys protesting. when food is food.
Right.
Hostess, Coke.
Does it look like
Not human
the one-way or two-way mirror thing that has like that police interrogate? It
Kinda.
looks like that. So do I have any kind of knowledge of how to like see through it? Because you know I've been in such situations before.
Be on the other side of it.
So if I was on the other side of it, then I'd be fine. But there's no way to kind of like
No.
spit situation.
You could maybe like break a window or something, or just bust your way in.
We
I
don't want
was
everybody
gonna
else to bust their way in.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
Shoot.
I embodied the body of Hex Destiny for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
She and I are very good friends, and Hex Destiny lived in a domed city for 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for me to recreate a dome?
You could try.
Could
I'm
I
gonna try.
Do you want
Keep
me
in
to?
mind, before you roll those dice, as a GM, I am entitled to point out to you that if you create a dome, you will prevent your friends from returning to you as well.
Just around Joe's? They won't be able to come back?
How big or small of a dome are you talking?
Just on Joe's.
Feel free.
Like one
So
of
not
those like
encompassing
flea
us.
tents. When
Yeah,
you're
not
spraying a
encompassing us.
building.
You won't be able to
Don't-
keep it up without concentration.
Don't make a dome, make a
Okay.
sphere.
So you can
Make a
do
sphere.
it, but you'd have to spend your action keeping
Underneath.
that up.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. So never
It's
mind.
gonna screw up their gas line. True.
Okay, so we are waiting for big bad robots to attack us. Here.
I don't like waiting for that.
Well, the other.
Jackson didn't explain things very
No, I wasn't here for the
Never
last
does.
big bad robots.
I
so,
was not either.
should we
So-
seek them out in some way?
I think we should probably set up a position and
here.
defend this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a couple of us, I don't know exactly everyone's skill set, but long range, we can get up on top of the roof of the Joes. It's a single story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
yeah, I think
I
we
do
should.
have an aggro left.
What is
All
this arsenal? What are the details of this arsenal?
Where are you
that
getting
he
all these
collected?
weapons?
Yeah, where are the
AR-15s
weapons?
From the
AR-15s, 9mm.
Why
Some
do you
people
have
hang
all
grenades.
these weapons?
Yeah, where did they
the
come from?
first
A lot of
group
dead
that we
bodies.
took out.
Oh, they were left. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of dead bodies.
I'd have to concentrate on the round.
There's a lot of
So-
dead bodies
The
around.
majority of this town is in absolute ruins.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
It was a
pretty bad.
massive
It's,
fight here.
I mean, can we start making a
Wall of dead
bodies.
I just
Yeah.
There's only a couple
started-
dozen.
In fact, actually,
We could Jenga
Jenica,
them.
you could probably do it really quickly.
If only we had a
We
necromancer.
could do it with rubble and things
Rubble,
like
but
that.
but you
rather
probably.
than getting
I mean, can you call on? You
I
can't
mean,
call
if
on.
we're gonna
you don't have
scare
super
them.
speed, do you?
No, but I have a booster.
You have
That's
flight.
gonna- it's basically
I do have
Tom
flight,
who's
that's
coming
100
in.
miles an hour.
So
You could
he's
probably.
gonna
I mean, you could
scare
fly
dead
around
bodies
quickly,
that he
gather the objects, and
essentially-
start
Yeah.
building.
Alright, I'm gonna make a little obstacle.
I don't have super speed, but I have
stuff
regular
around.
math.
Excellent. Does
You have
anyone
math?
who here doesn't have the ability to move faster than a normal human?
I mean, I'm fast as a human, so
Fast
no.
as a human.
Yeah.
Great.
You're pretty fat. I'm not so much.
So I'm just gonna gather rubble and apparently dead bodies and make
I will
obstacles.
help. I'll help handle the bodies. I have no
So-
problem doing that.
I
She
mean,
doesn't.
James
At
can
all.
shoot this down.
I
if
did
he
take a
wants.
semester of
Absolutely. What you got?
anatomy, so you know we had to do corpses and stuff.
There you go.
But it is
Used
the
to
season
smells.
finale.
Yeah.
What you got?
I would like everyone who wants one to have a Taft.
A who?
Oh, what's this?
Really?
Are you trying to say
I don't know
tab?
Are
what
you
it is,
trying
but
to
I
summon
don't
multiple
want
taps?
one.
I would like to summon multiple Tafts that we can
He's
ride.
like Buffalo,
so
yeah?
if you don't know, Taft is President.
Yes, he
Roosevelt's-
stuck in his own bathtub.
No, it's President Roosevelt's bison.
King Roosevelt.
King Roosevelt's. That's right, King Roosevelt's bison from
What?
Giant albino bison.
A giant albino bison.
King
so
Roosevelt
say
didn't
no
let go of
more.
shit, is what King
Yes,
Roosevelt
just
didn't
saying.
do.
We're
Yes,
doing
I love
this
that.
to ram, but also maybe go a little bit faster. But like they're sturdy, also like fodder.
Oh, I'm naming mine Laffy Taffy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
I don't know.
like
also, it's the finale. Why not, right?
Yes.
He's banana.
Can everyone have a tap?
If you're able to like make giant albino bison just appear and help us, could you like summon artillery?
Oh man, that sounds so helpful.
Bison with artillery?
I'm not
Bisons
sure
with cannons on
about
the
the
side.
Bison biplanes.
Oh yeah, this is getting good.
This is getting good now.
Rosie, can you make a soul roll,
It's a
please?
flyson.
Yes.
A soul
Oh,
roll.
God, a soul roll. We're on 10.
soul
That is
Don't like no rolls.
no.
No, so.
No, that's a failure. Hashtag meta point because James has been rolling and smiling this whole time. Thanks.
Oh,
to Pat.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Pat.
It's true. It's scary.
Failed that soul roll. All right, thank you so much, Rob. I'll mark that down.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem, jerk butt.
Hey, these 50 points of healing I can do, can I do that to souls?
We don't
we'll
even know
see.
what happened.
No, I'll take that sorcery roll for the attempting to summon the buffalo.
And I can use meta points to make rolls go better.
Absolutely, you can.
How many meta points?
He's really excited about this idea.
I am taking 2.
Question. Can anyone else use 4 meta points?
No, there's
No, only
it says-
Andy James and Crash Jackson can use 4 meta points.
Okay.
But you could use
We have
2
4 right now.
twice.
For this
You could use 2
exercise,
twice.
That's what we did at the beginning. So can
We'll
these
cover
two-
that in a second. No, where's that
Nobody
little
here
sign?
can
Here,
use.
this is just for you.
He's not stopping any nuclear weapons
Okay,
right
I'm
now.
using 2 meta points
He's
then.
arguing with the GM.
That's better.
That makes that a 6, beating my sorcery roll by 7.
Oh, excellent. You trigger the curse and take 50 points of damage, Rosie.
What?
And you are unconscious.
No, wait. What just happened?
Well,
triggered
we
a
don't know where the
curse.
missiles are. That's what happened.
What triggered the curse? What? What does that mean?
Curse on Joe?
So she's like trying to cast a spell and she just
She starts
passes
doing
out.
magic and just flops over. And at that point, I want initiative from the remaining 4 of you.
No, before we start.
12s or 10s?
12s for initiative. And what was that before we start?
Before we
Was that
start, I'm taking 50 from me. I'm in a life drain myself. I need her awake.
Life draining yourself.
Wow.
50 health down.
Talk about that teamwork, but I'm awake now.
You did not, in fact, go unconscious in that case.
21.
21.
Good save, bro.
That was awesome.
We have 21 for
We're
Jenica.
still rolling 10s for initiative.
12s for initiative, 10s for your skill checks,
Great.
unless you use a moment of clarity.
Wow, 13.
13 for Brony.
14.
Too much leg.
14 for Rosie.
Mediocre.
19.
19
So you
for
didn't lose the
Bruno.
missiles.
19 also.
19 for Nice. Oh, they lost him for about a quarter of a second.
You're like, what? Oh, got it.
And for me, I'm going.
Did you trip? Are you okay?
Yeah, that was weird. I cast a spell and it didn't like it, which sucks because, you know, casting spells is really like my best thing.
What do you mean by it? It didn't like it. What do
I
you
don't
tell
know,
me? What is
whatever.
it?
Joe's, I guess, or something.
Cool. So I mostly can't die, but I can still feel a lot of pain
Yeah.
and really can't do much else. So I'm glad you're awake. I'll move away now.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
I'm gonna hop up on the roof while we're having this conversation.
All right, our first initiative is going to be Jenica.
Who's attacking me?
Jenica, you give me a notice check to see if
I
you
have
can
heightened
see
awareness.
anybody.
Dodgy.
Oh, I know you do. That's the only reason I'm giving you one.
Someone saw the new Spider-Man last weekend.
I got a 9.
A 9 is dang good. There is most certainly an illusion preventing the majority of individuals from seeing people. But at less than 50 meters from you, watching you as a large group of individuals, there are in fact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
6 people?
6 people. You don't really recognize any of them. They're
Hey
just
guys,
people.
there's 6 people. There's a fog. You can't see them. They're there. Bad people.
They're just
The rest of you, she's just pointing out at the ruins of Jarbidge and saying that there's 6 people there.
I promise there's 6 people right there.
Are they armed? What do they look like?
Are they armed? What
None
do
of
they
them
look
seem
like?
to be carrying any weapons.
Are they
I
wearing
relay
hats?
Nope,
Do they
nope,
have glasses? Do they
Just
Does that
people.
matter for
They
attacking
are
them?
people.
This is some
like
fire in the
humans?
sky
Well, if
shit.
they're like
What's-
humans versus
Like regular old people.
Okay, then I'm
Old
gonna.
people.
Regular, plain, simple,
Damn.
normal people.
Okay, then
Persons.
I'm gonna try some.
I'm just gonna put up a brunch.
Nothing
sign.
spectacular about any of them worth note. I mean, Any description you want to give that you could give walking through a state building, you could give here, and it would be applicable.
Okay.
One of them is about 5'7", and a woman. There's another one that's 5'10", about 150 pounds maybe. I mean, you got physical descriptions, but that's about as much as you have on them. You don't recognize any one of these people. They just look like regular people other than they're standing there.
I'm gonna wave at them.
They are definitely looking at you. Will you give me a soul roll, please, Jennifer?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Like, damn it.
There you go. All right.
Wait. Do I have enough meta
No,
points?
that is actually going to be good enough in this case.
Thank God.
They are most certainly metapilots, Jenica.
Oh. All right.
They're metapilots?
Most certainly
And
metapilots.
don't we know that all the other metapilots are bad?
Rat?
Wait,
Controlled by Tom.
Oh, excellent.
And Bruno, your turn.
Wait, my turn was waving.
I
It
am
is a
going to attempt to. I've got the weapons on me, so I'm going to take what I can carry and leap up, grab the top of Joe's, and hop up onto Joe's and position myself.
Either an athletics or action hero.
Only beat it by 1.
That's still good enough to climb up on the roof of Joe's. You kind of feel like a humming in your whole body when you touch the Joe's and pull yourself up on it. It stays as you're standing on it. It's like a vibration through your whole
Yes.
body.
Is it
Like
good?
a bad or
It's
a
a
good?
good-
No, it's just
Okay.
like a connection. You feel a connection.
Interesting.
I think it's a sexy humming.
I think it's
Sexy humming.
You ever seen?
You don't see any of these individuals that Dr. Clarkson has pointed out.
They're there, I swear to you.
Okay.
But she sounds 100% convinced. Anything else from you, or will I move on to Maddox?
I'm positioning to be able to take aim and hit targets.
Maddox, the same thing. I mean, Dr. Clarkson's saying there's somebody over there, but you've got nothing.
They're behind an illusion-y thing. There's like wibbly wobbly lines.
Timey-wimey.
Not timey-wimey, just wibbly wobbly.
I'm gonna just pick up a rock that's next to me and throw it towards the wibbly wobbly.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check there, Jenica, or excuse me, Maddox.
You just knock out the metapile with a rock.
That'd be rad.
It is entirely possible.
I beat it by 9.
Beat it by 9. By sheer luck, she manages to hit one of these individuals.
So do I see movement because I hit it?
Your rock stops, and where it stops, like almost just appearing out of nowhere, there's a 6'4", maybe 250, 260 pound human male.
Oh, you got a
Okay,
big
so I'm
one.
much shorter.
He
Yeah,
has a
I got a
very
big.
big
She's got a
guy.
nine.
Okay.
You did throw a rock.
Got a
It has to be
baseball
bigger than
cap on.
That's true. Did they say ouch or hey or
Kind of just looked at it, and then looked at you.
Okay, and I can see him now.
Oh yeah, you most definitely can see him.
We're about to find out.
Well then after I hit him I'll give him a wave.
Okay.
I'm just wave.
I like that.
I'm just wave.
Rosie, will you give me a soul roll
That
please,
was me.
before you make your actions?
I will. I beat it by 1.
You, in fact, also see that there are metapilots there, and you see that they are metapilots.
Excellent. I want to use my magic sight and see if any of them have magic.
Oh, most certainly. One has magic and is very fixated on you.
But just one has magic. So I'm going to tell everyone, only one's got magic.
That you know of for sure, because she is currently using it on you.
Using it.
Oh, wow, she's using it on me. Oh, that little... I don't know what words I'm allowed to say on YouTube. That little bee.
I don't know what words we're allowed to say on YouTube either.
Well, we don't monetize,
I
so we're
say
not going to get anything
let's
taken away from
test
us.
what words we
Let's not.
say on YouTube. Let's test it.
Let's not push the
I know.
boundaries today, guys.
I know 8 that are going to be
So
fun.
I know she's using magic on me.
Most certainly.
Or 7.
She is very, very concentrated on you, like she's maintaining a spell.
Cool. Hey, Bruno, you got a gun?
Yep.
Will you toss it down?
Bruno has many guns
there's
that
a
would
pile.
necessitate an entire
Excellent. I'm
round.
just going to take one of the guns from our apparent pile.
Yes.
Just a pile of weapons.
I
just
have
next
no
to
problem
us.
with
Right.
this pile of
It is
weapons.
Nevada.
Just reach in
Well, you guys
grab...
are checking out Joe's. I was collecting all the weapons into a
Excellent.
pile for us. So.
You're so smart. I'm just going to take a random gun from a pile.
And then I was like piling dead bodies around it. So
and I would use to use my Deadeye shot.
Yes.
Shoot her straight between the eyeballs.
Give me a shooting test.
Oh, be honest.
And I don't get the penalty.
That is true.
I'm so glad you're not unconscious.
Oh god, 14. I beat it by 2.
That will miss. Dodge bonus is 4. Not gonna cut it for you. Sorry, Rosie.
Alright.
Alright, now it would be Brony, but I have 2 individuals who are gonna go before Brony. One of them is going to be her. Not liking that you are shooting at her, she can't do a whole lot while maintaining her spell
Well, I don't
on
like
you.
that she's putting a spell on me, so, feelings mutual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
I
think you're
am
justified.
going to Hex Blast you.
What's that?
Is she you? Are
It's
you
like
looking at you?
Will you take a -4 on your next action there that you're going to make, please?
Yeah.
Is it like you?
Does
Your
the
doll-
visible one look
That's
familiar
what I'm
at all?
wondering.
Is it? She's you.
Not to yourself.
Or she's inhabited
but,
my
in fact,
avatar.
Maddox, that one that you hit, will you go ahead and give me just roll 2 of those 10-sided dice for me. And Brony, you also, as well. It will be relevant to you.
Is that? Oh, that's
17, no.
That's a 16. That was a 9.
I don't know anything.
Looked vaguely familiar, but you just can't place him.
The big guy.
Yeah, the big guy you hit, kind of familiar. Okay, that was my 114. You are Hex Blasted. My other 14 is... I love my little notes on this guy. The large guy, I'm not going to say what I have titled for the notes on there. I am going to show Andy because he's funny. Ha! Thank you.
Apparently it was very funny.
Cool.
I'll say arrogant and then DB for the part of it. That's his subtext.
Got it.
The large individual, without hesitating, rushes immediately towards Maddox. One of his
large
arms
German
turns into a
financial
blade,
institution.
and he tries to stab Maddox with it.
He's a Deutsch fan.
He has to try to stab me with a what?
His arm turns into a blade, like a sword.
Oh,
They've inhabited the exact same avatars we have. We're fighting our own avatars.
Like the end of Zelda 2?
Skinwalker can change, right? Skinwalker can make her arm into a blade?
No,
I
Skinwalker
got
would
a
completely
4 out
become
of it.
something else.
I beat it by 10, so that's going to be a critical success. So I'm going to do 60 damage to you, Maddox.
Okay.
How dead are you?
I'm just about. I'm at
Okay,
30.
noted.
Oh no, 60 damage. Oops,
60
I wrote
damage.
60 on there. There's no eraser. I'm like, no
We have no
erasers.
erasers.
And those are my 2 14s, leading it to you, Brony.
Cool.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I'm sorry. Newsflash. Carl Valley from your WMVO weather team here with a newsflash. This just in. Some cities in the U.S. are about to have a major heat wave. Stay here for updates. Back to you in the studio, James. Thanks, Benjamin. So I'm going to have to read a newsflash for that one.
I love these fantasy...
Newsflash. Flash. More bad luck for video game developer Nathan Hill. After the loss of more than 10 years of product development, many thought Mr. Hill's plans for a new virtual reality gaming system an impossibility. But Mr. Hill and his developing team managed to forge ahead and release a new product for beta testing, only to have their servers all go offline today during the highly anticipated launch. The gaming development community has expressed a tremendous loss of confidence in the entrepreneur and his project.
So what's my knowledge of the situation? What do I actually know about all this?
You see a guy trying to stab her, and that you were related by these two, that there was a group of them over there that you can't see.
I didn't hear her say those are our own avatars, right?
No, not particularly.
Even though I said it out loud?
In the chaos of it, you might have. It's up to you. Did you hear it or not?
It's a kind of a thing. It's kind of going to determine my next action. So
You tell me.
Did I hear it? I did.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Video game knowledge. Is
You never know if I'm
attacking
right, I'm
these
just
people
guessing.
going to cause us pain? Like if we don't attack them, is it going to potentially prevent something?
Roll those dice again.
10, beat it by 8.
That's a critical sense. You are certain that this is not an avatar that anybody you know is possessed.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and life
Well, that's
drain the Deutsche Bank
Okay.
because I'm 50 down, and he's got a rock in his head. So
Those German money deposits.
Volta!
He's-
Luke gets it.
yeah. Oh,
I love
I hope nobody nefarious has done dealings with him illegally.
14.
So
Here we
now
go.
use a shooting, so I beat it by 4.
Beat it by 4. That is a success, and his dodge bonus is 4, so that is an exact success. He regained 50
100.
health, and he loses 50, and that is a light drain, so it ignores his armor.
that's nice.
Nicely done. Right
Nice to know he's got armor.
Yeah, isn't it though?
What you got that ignores
Okay,
armor?
now I have 4 more individuals to go before we go back around. All 6 of these individuals at this point become visible as they step forward from the illusion provided by one.
Yeah, I got that.
I got you.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
got
standing
it.
at
Give
the
me a
real,
second.
Are they standing at the real Joe's Diner and incorrectly manifested this one with all the like mistakes? And had it hid by this? No.
I don't think so, but I like it.
One of the gentlemen on the furthest end, his arm stretches incredibly long straight out towards you, Brownie.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, very much so.
It's a
And
Signal City
wraps
power.
around your body, 30 damage, and you are grappled.
My dodge is 4. I don't know if that matters.
It probably not on that one. That was a beat by 6, not enough to get a critical, but enough that I know it was going to hit you.
Oh God! Someone take out this Reed Richards looking motherfucker! Quick!
She's gone. Next one is here. One of the individuals rushes forward straight towards you, Jenica.
I would hope so. I'm glowing bright.
You are glowing bright. Yes, very much.
Deep in the heart of
I am
Texas.
going to make a fighting test on yourself. I succeed by 1, which is probably not going to beat your dodge.
2.
How did he attack? How does that
He
work?
just tried to touch you, that's all. Just tried to touch you,
Look,
and something
I know
told
you
you
want this.
that
It
you
was-
don't want him
but
to
like
touch
just
you.
hand outstretched.
Just hand outstretched, like all he wanted to do is make physical contact.
That sounds like life drain if I had ever seen it.
Yeah, we don't allow groping here.
Oh yes, one of the others
What's a life
rushes
drain you have to
towards
touch,
you,
right?
Bruno.
What
He's
does he look
almost your size. He's about 6'2", 220, really well built, lots of scars, probably seen his share of a fight. And as he gets close to you, I need you to make a body check.
So
He
is he-
stinks.
Is he leaping up onto the roof?
Yes.
And he
From
smells
a
really
standing
bad?
position, he stinks so horribly.
And all these people so far appear to be men.
All but
you've
the
been
one
saying him,
concentrated
him.
on.
That's right. That's right. The one female has magic that we know.
What was that body test there?
Failed.
Failed. All right, you're going to take a -4 penalty to all your skill checks as the stench overcomes you and you are vomiting.
Gross. That's super gross.
Yes,
Does it come
it
trickling
is.
down the roof?
Jenica,
Yeah.
start us off.
Hey, since I only got to wave last time, can I heal her and then do something?
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna heal you.
Oh, thank you.
And I would like what? Where's the one? I'd like to into swarm form because I get 3 rounds per session.
Swarm forming yourself.
And I want to get the stinky guy. Because if he's throwing up, I can nano waspy, attack and eat and make it better.
So you're
Because
going
I've
to
eaten a zombie in
Like
swarm
you-
form before.
you're going to
right?
attack the stinky man.
Yeah, I want
Is that
to.
what I'm getting?
Yes, I want to obliterate the stinky man with nano wasps.
Make me an
of
appropriate
justice.
skill check,
We're
please.
just gonna have a swarm of nano wasps
medicine?
filled with vomit. This
I'll
is
give you that.
gonna be awesome.
But you need to make a body check as you
Vomit
approach him,
wasp.
or you are overcome with the stench as well and take a -4 penalty.
Even in my nano wasps.
Even in your nano wasp.
Oh, that's going to be a problem. Do you want me to do the body thing first?
Uh-huh.
Or
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm going to use the 2 meta
It's an
points.
aura. It's really unpleasant.
Okay, that's fair. But I'm going to use the 2 meta
Using
points.
2 meta
Because
points.
otherwise
So now we're none,
sorry.
right?
Yes.
That's
There's only
fine.
2 left. Oh yeah, no, I'm just making sure.
No, I didn't make that. Sad.
Yeah.
For those at
15.
home watching, meta points I feel like are going to be our biggest asset this
Bread and
evening. So
butter.
like if you're
So if
wondering, if you're waffling between how to help us, I feel like meta points.
Ooh, a waffle.
So now as nano wasps, I'm disgusted by the smell.
It's
but
only a
can I
-4 penalty, correct.
Okay, but I can still
You can
try
still
to.
get to act, but
Okay.
all you're just a penalty of 4 to the check.
right.
Still fully able to act.
Did I get all my life back?
You got 50 back. I don't know how much
Okay.
you lost.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm stealing that from you, obviously.
13. I don't think I made it.
17 is your total with a 4-point penalty.
Right.
And
'Cause
that
I
is
Just
not
on.
going
Oh,
to
no.
cut
No,
it.
because I got a 4-point penalty because
Oh.
it stinks.
Yes, it is the entire aura of him. It makes it very difficult to approach him and do anything. So it's not going to do it, unfortunately.
So you have
But your
millions-
healing did work.
Good. You have millions of nano wasps doing little baby hurls.
Miriam.
And they're vomiting on your
Maddox?
Just tiny little droplets of. It's almost like it's raining vomit. Actually, it's probably what it's like.
What's
Yeah.
wasp? Is wasp vomit like honey as well, or is it like rancid?
I think it's probably just.
Are we having this conversation?
Mechanical
Yeah, they are.
insects. I do not make honey or venom. I'm just a mechanical.
Yeah, but you were Jenica, not
Right.
actually
I don't know how.
functioning.
It's magic. I don't know how it works.
Oh. Well, then make magic.
I didn't know.
Maddox.
I'm just saying, if any of them are under 1, we could kill them.
It's true.
Okay, so stinky guy's on the roof,
Yep, stinky guys on the roof. One of them has tried to stab you already.
and so I'm guessing they're pretty close.
Oh yeah, he's right in front of you.
He's right in front of me. Big guy.
Pretty big, you know, about 6'4", 290.
That's just fine. I like him big. So there's gun right
Do you
by
like
me
him
too.
long? Because
Well, there's guns within reach. There's quite a few guns within reach. Bruno managed to collect quite the collection of firearms.
But they're here on the ground.
Yeah, he piled them up, made sure they all had loaded magazines and were ready to go.
Yes,
It's
where-
almost like he's done this before.
Where is that pile though?
It's behind
Within
the
a
dead
few
bodies.
feet of you.
Yep.
Within a few
Right in
feet
front of
of
Joe's
you.
door.
It's very close.
Like right in front of the pile of stuff in front of Joe's door.
None of you
Okay.
have really moved that far
Let's go
from
get
the
some-
front of
go get
Joe's.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know if
Bruno's
they've
moved
seen
the
him.
furthest and
Okay,
Bombshell- or, excuse me,
so basically, I'm gonna tuck and roll between this guy's legs to grab a gun to turn around and shoot him right in the left eye.
I like this. Give me athletics followed
Yeah.
by shooting.
Okay. Athletics, beat it by 9 if I
Beat
can
it by
remember.
9?
No,
Oof.
no, 8.
8, that is a critical success.
And then shooting, that's a 9, right? 11, beat it by 7.
Beat it by 7. Because you had a critical success on your athletics, we're going to make your shooting a critical success.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
He tries to do the turn to keep up with you with his blade arm and takes a swing, and you get away with him from him, roll up into a nice steady position and put a bullet right between his eyes, and it goes flat right against his forehead. Blood streams from the wound, and he falls almost all the way down to one knee, holding his head, just letting out a loud noise.
But it didn't go in.
But it
Wait,
did go
which guy
in,
is
but
this?
he's bleeding.
This is
He's
the shape
bleeding.
changer guy.
Shape changer.
Then
It's
yeah,
like it
okay.
broke the skin, but wasn't able to do a whole lot further, but didn't stop the physics of the impact. He's not doing well.
So he's just gonna look like Dustin Rhodes in 10
Bulletproof
minutes.
skull, but
He's
Did
going
not-
to
does
have
not
some.
look very well. Yes, it does. Bruno, 19 also.
all right. So the smelly guy,
Oh yeah.
he climbed
reeks.
the side of like where
Just
is he?
jumped
That's his-
straight from where he was
Jumped?
standing all the way onto the
Onto
roof
the
next
roof.
to you.
Okay.
Like something you'd
Okay.
see in one of those movies with comic book characters in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Or something you'd see Crash do, really.
Can you have him autograph my episode 1 DVD?
Yeah, so he's like landing right next to me,
Oh yeah.
making me sick, but he's just a few feet from me.
A few feet from you. Just his
Um,
presence alone. And it doesn't look like he's content with just jumping up here. That just kind of took his entire action, as it were. He's most certainly going to continue to attack you.
So with him that close, as I'm fighting through the retching, I've been probably training my assault rifle on him as he leapt. So I'm just going to step forward, try and grab him by the collar or the throat, and stick my gun in his mouth and pull the trigger.
And
Yeah,
this
you are.
is why Action Hero Bruno is around.
I like it.
What the heck?
Oh no.
No.
I made it,
Oh,
but
good.
by exactly the target.
But you made it.
Yeah.
Did that incorporate the penalty for the vomiting?
No.
No. All right, that
rolled-
won't
I
be.
rolled an
But
18, I rolled
do
two
you know that
nines.
Bruno has more than one attack? Why, yes,
does.
he
Let's do it again.
does.
Okay.
You
no,
can try
attack.
again.
No more -4 though, or still -4.
Still, that is
negative
not
four.
going away.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Made it by 2 after the penalty.
Made it by 2 after the penalty. You were able to grab hold of him, and wow, is he strong. Like, he's really resisting, but you've found yourself a lot stronger lately than you've ever been in your whole life. And you're able to keep a grip on him. You plant that rifle in and pull the trigger, and blood sprays from the wound out of his back of his skull as he collapses into a heap.
Probably
Smelly
still a
guy's dead.
smelly
And
heap.
leg heaps.
No
And the-
more plus or no more -4 for either
So
of
wait,
you.
he doesn't smell now that he's dead?
Smells
Gone.
less.
And the bullet went through.
Through his head, out the other side. Who knows
so
where it
that
ended?
one went through.
Mm-hmm. The other guy's got a
Different-
power
different guys,
armor,
different
a
powers.
skin thing, I think.
Uh-huh.
These are all superpowers, in my opinion, that we're facing.
Uh-huh. Cool. I wish I had
Well, I'm
those.
glad he doesn't stink anymore.
Rosie.
Cool. Don't know if you're gonna let me do it, but I'd like to cast a spell and use my lasso.
All right, casting a spell, make a soul roll.
Oh wait, no, casting a spell is just gonna fuck me up because she's gonna mess me up because she's got the thing on me, right? So it's pointless for me to cast a spell. So my lightsaber lasso is just a really bad idea.
Okay.
Crap.
Or a really
I was
cool
really hoping
idea.
a lightsaber lasso where I tighten it and then she would just get cut in half.
And whose time has not come yet. Just give it.
Snoker.
Give it. We have time.
We have time. Okay, lightsaber lasso.
It'll keep.
Can happen later.
Okay, it'll keep.
How close am I to her?
Oh,
We're pretty good friends.
She hasn't moved, so you're still about 50 meters from her.
50 meters?
Mm-hmm.
So that's way too far to run.
Huh.
Not particularly.
I mean, I'd be winded personally, but I'm out of shape.
It all depends, yeah. Rosie is not exactly in bad shape, so a 50-meter dash is not particularly a far distance for Rosie.
Right. But it's also like, hey, you see it coming. Well, I guess it might break concentration. I'm gonna bum rush her.
Well, you do know, as being a spellcaster yourself, it takes a lot of
Misunderstood,
focus to maintain concentration.
I know. So I'm hoping even if I just keep running at her and
Give me
get
a fighting
closer and
roll.
closer.
Take a lesson from GOT and make sure to zigzag.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
You gotta make
I'm not
sure
an
to,
idiot.
Okay, good. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, just
gotta
in case.
zigzag.
Just in case. But near the end there, it's just straight spear.
Oh.
So.
Boom.
Dodge and weave, dodge and weave.
So that's a 13 against what did you want?
You are going to make a fighting check for
So
the
I beat it
bum
by
rush.
3.
Beat it by 3. And her dodge is only 2. So that is going to hit.
So she's prone.
She is prone. You take her to the ground.
Cool.
And let's see if her concentration is broken. It is not. Her concentration
She's prone
is
and her concentration
maintained.
isn't broken?
What, prone? Huh?
She's on the ground and she can't
You're on the
move.
ground with you on top of her.
What you thinking of? I don't know, battle stuff, I guess.
I call BS. I'm just pointing that out. Okay. Okay.
For your life drain state,
Took the,
you have to.
3.5
All right.
I don't have to touch people, but
Before I
Took the
continue
extra
the combat round, I'm going to
concentration
jump to our bomb chasers.
concentration.
Bye, guys.
hey, bye, bye, bye forever.
Bye, miss you.
Steve, step.
Sorry, my leg will come in.
Trouble with that chair.
Alrighty.
She's
So
there.
close.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, hello.
Want to go save the world?
Yeah, I do. I kind of do.
Good plan.
Now, all of you received some instructions from Jackson before you took off chasing your individual targets. We're going to make our way around the table, and we're going to start right over here with the target of Seattle being the final destination for this particular drone.
You better save that. That
Yeah.
one, if nothing else.
Yeah, we need that one.
Save home.
So talk to me about this.
Okay, so
You can sense the presence of this drone through some magic that Rosie has performed. You know exactly where it is. Moving through the Rockies right now, it's going to head towards the Cascades and then drop down and hit Seattle. It's moving at about 700 miles per hour.
okay. So I pee a little when I lose that connection for a moment.
That should lower your weight, though.
Yeah, it's just dropping weight. Just dropping weight.
Also, please
Getting rid of
explain how
ballast?
you are moving from place to place, because this is the most interesting to me.
I like
Yes,
this part.
absolutely. So I have summoned the blade, and I am
You have summoned
flying
the
along
blade?
with it. What I would like to try and do is place essentially a magical warning signal on it that any other people who can summon this blade, it is incredibly important that you don't
don't.
throw it down.
Give me a sorcery test, Wyatt.
Oh god, don't fail this one.
Or do.
Or two. Hit it dead on.
That is going to be good enough to cast your magic.
So
People
you're
will be warned. I can't promise that they won't summon it anyway.
I understand that.
Particularly as they get more frustrated.
Yeah. So I will try and speed this up as quick as I can. We're going.
The Sword of
full-
Mercy is
full
capable of
speed.
traveling exceptionally fast to the point where it takes almost everything you have just to hang on to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Double fist in this, of course.
So in your case, I want you to
you're double
roll
fisting
against.
it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I mean
well, come on. You
Grab
had
those
to be
10-sided
safe.
dice and give me a roll for me. We're gonna Make some pursuit action here.
Alrighty.
See, Andy's not even at the table, and we're already at the fist.
Well, somebody's got to.
I missed the
You
first
catch
one.
up with the Predator drone over the Cascades.
Okay.
It is moving between 600 and 700
It was kind of
miles
forced.
per hour.
It was kind of forced.
And there's a large object strapped to the underside with a release mechanism. It is moving very erratically. Give me a covert ops roll, please. Oh, meta point. Thanks, Steve.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Steve.
Beat it by 1 on covert
Beat it by
ops.
1. You know, you're not really a drone expert, but you know enough to this drone shouldn't be flying like this. It's flying way too quickly, erratically, and evasively for a drone that would be controlled by a computer or by just your standard run-of-the-mill drone pilot. It's like somebody really, really talented is flying this thing and trying to keep it below the radar level and hard to see as well.
Yeah, Tom's good at stuff, we know.
Now tell me how you're going to attempt to stop the Seattle explosive.
Okay. What I would like to do first is I would like to try to use my sorcery to snip the connections inside to any priming devices so it can't receive the signal to explode.
Excellent. Give me a sorcery test, please.
Beat it by 1.
Beat it by is good enough. You are pretty sure that you have stopped any remote signal to detonate it or let it go off. You can't guarantee that that disables the explosive.
Right, absolutely. Next, I would like to try and fly up to it and essentially just spear through the drone itself with Mercy, so that I then essentially am controlling where this thing is going.
All right, go ahead and give me a fighting test for that one.
No.
You go by it, and whoever is piloting it, and you assume that it is Tom, seems to know your moves and is trying to parallel them. You're not sure you're going to be able to get close with that sword and get it in that particular fashion.
Okay.
When in
What is
doubt,
your dodge, sir?
Rhyme.
Rhyme?
What is
When
your
in doubt,
dodge, sir?
Say something that rhymes.
My dodge is +4.
The Predator drone does a side swipe maneuver and tries to knock you off of Mercy, scarcely missing you and going over the top.
Okay. I'm going to try to create a force field around it, restricting its movement.
Give me a sorcery test, please, Wyatt.
Yes.
Ooh, that is a critical success. You stop it dead in its tracks. In addition, because it is a critical success, you have now stopped the signal to the drone and disabled it. It is sitting inside of your force field, inert.
Beautiful.
Cut to the Rocky Mountains, Aquamarine. You are chasing a drone headed directly towards Denver.
Oh man, Denver.
Oh man, if only it would have been Utah. You just let it go.
I mean, seriously. Tom's got a very
Are they about to
conservative
go up
political
in
bent.
smoke?
But just wait till we get to the next one.
Oh God.
All right, Denver.
Denver.
Flying after it because I
You
can
are
fly.
planning, and you can go particularly fast, so catching up to it is not particularly difficult.
Okay.
But how do you intend to bring it down?
I want to bring it down with my time powers, and I want.
Tell me.
If I can get it right next to it, then I can stop it completely. in
Absolutely
time. Stop
you
it in
can.
time. That's what I want to do.
All
Time
right.
bubble. I
Well,
say.
I want either a fighting or athletics from you if you have one of those to use.
I have
Or you
fighting.
can tell me what you think would be a viable skill to get you close enough to it. I might even consider stealth to sneak up on it.
What about yoga?
Tell me how yoga applies if you can convince me you got it.
Downward facing nuke.
Okay, I'm up at the missile. Missile, is that the word?
Well, it is a drone
The
carrying
drone!
a bomb.
You're gonna run the drone
If it was a
through
missile, there would be no way of catching it as they travel
vinyasa, and
15,000
it's going to find
kilometers per
inner
hour.
peace
I'm gonna
and
use it as a
decide
prop.
that distraction
Okay.
is not the
I'm using it
answer.
as a prop to do 5 cent salutations, and every time I come up,
I'm gonna bring one sun salutation, I guess. One epic sun salutation. I can take the drone up into my hands as I bring my palms together, as I reach the
I'm convinced.
Some
Make a
of-
yoga tip.
Samastihi, which is mountain pose, and we gaze toward the hands, and that's when I time bubble, obviously.
I'm either convinced or Chris Sodi's rubbing off on me. One of the two. So
It's an inhale, arms up,
Did he
exhale,
ask
fold
first?
in half.
he doesn't have to.
I can even get into chaturanga.
Inhale. Time stop. Exhale. Teleport.
Chaturanga, yes.
All right, I love that. Give me a
That's when
yoga
you're
roll, please.
Hovering right above the ground.
I will
No
take
problem.
a yoga roll for that.
We're rolling tens.
Rolling tens.
Yoga flame.
Yes, yoga fire. Well, I have a 20 for yoga and I rolled a 13.
13. That is a success by
So-
7. As evasive as this drone tries to be, it just can't outmaneuver your yoga.
That's the
I
first
never
time
thought I
I've-
would say that before.
That's the first time I've used my yoga skill this whole time.
2 years still took.
That was an epic first
Yeah, you did stop a nuke with it, so
And I'm-
no more complaining that we have useless skills on our sheet, everyone.
I'd like to remain in chaturanga before I go into upward dog, just to harness the power of the time.
Excellent. Meta point.
Robert
Thank
Green
you,
says,
Susan.
First yoga workout where you don't want to strengthen the core.
Whoa. That's very
That's so good.
Deep cut.
Yes,
Nicely
50 internet points for that guy.
Meta point. Thanks, Susan. And meta point times 3 because I used up 2 and failed anyway, Sarah. Come on. You did.
Are you buying meta points?
I only bought 3. I
Did we just spend money? What's going on?
I used 2 and I failed anyway, so I felt bad. So I had to buy
2 more meta points and she doesn't count as here today.
Oh man.
Thomas.
It's like when you're at convention, you come back to the booth and you're like, my wife is spending money. My phone told me.
That's true. That's true. I have come back and said it.
That's awesome.
Thomas.
So I do believe that we are giving chase to the drones, correct?
Yes, your target is currently headed towards San Francisco.
Excellent. Do nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Kidding.
Ow.
No, I used.
I mean, it's gonna
I
fall
used
into
to
the
live
ocean,
down
right?
there. That
So-
was why I made the joke. No,
Oh.
I do. Believe
Just everything's
that-
so expensive.
That's true. We'll do a number on the real estate market. No, I do believe that in my current
I mean, it's
form,
so
I would be
foggy already.
unable to actually catch up to it. As such, it would be time to transform and take into some Chad-like abilities. If I understood correctly, I first need my wand, which is not a euphemism.
Right. There it is.
Thank
Well,
you for
it's
clarifying.
a good thing that you stopped me because
And as
These
my
summons.
good friend Brad has now made his presence known, I would then like to summon the power of friendship
He's so happy.
The power of friendship is in your hands.
to then activate somewhat of. I'm kind of glad I wore this shirt today, actually.
Yes.
Somewhat activate Chad's armor abilities and summon them, and begin to fly off after the drone.
You can chase that. In fact,
Excellent.
Chad's armor is so fast that it is hundreds of miles before it reaches its destination when you catch it.
Excellent.
At a speed of approximately 5,000 miles an hour, the body armor is particularly swift.
good God.
Well, in that case, as I do have some time to kill, I would like to take a moment to make a Tom check.
Absolutely.
I would like to see what, if anything, I can learn about Tom's current plans and whereabouts. I get a 6. I beat it by 4.
You are certain that this is merely a distraction designed to divide and conquer in
Well, it's
classic
working.
method.
Ah, fantastic.
And more than likely, if you were in Tom's position, you would be attacking Joe's right now.
Is there any way to communicate with the rest of the team?
Yes. You believe that you have some capabilities of the sorcery nature that might allow you to do so.
Ah, in that case, I'd like to use said capability.
Excellently done.
I will make the check by 5.
Who are you communicating with?
So is there a limit as to how many I can
Not
do?
at all. I just would like to know for our viewers at home and for me. Who are you talking to?
Are you leaving anybody out?
In no way, shape, or form is this a trap by the GM. I do believe in this situation. I would like to communicate with the entirety of the team.
The entirety of the team?
Yes.
All right. That's everybody.
Just to simply let them know that while I apologize for not having thought to do this earlier when we were together, which in hindsight would have been the time to do it,
I like how long it's taking you to tell us this.
You should watch me GM sometime.
Oh my god.
I do believe in this scenario that we are currently doing exactly as Tom would prefer, in the sense that he's attempting to divide and conquer us. It's most likely the attack on Joe's is his ultimate goal, and we should be wary and aware of his ultimate goals. Thank you.
Noted. Did you stop your missile yet?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'll do that next.
Thank you.
Have I approached it yet?
Oh yeah, you actually passed it so that you could do your speech and then let it catch up.
Yes. I do believe, in that case, the most logical thing to do, as it is speeding towards me, and I do have abilities related to highlight, is,
very much so.
is to use those skills to catch it midair, and then activate my computer control and machine control abilities to disable it immediately.
Excellent. Will you give me a roll for that highlight action? You effectively have a score of 20 in highlight.
This is wonderful. I will make it by 6.
By 6, that is good enough, and you have caught it. Your machine control is in, and you are in competition with Tom to control the machine. Let's see who wins.
Oh my god.
I think you do.
I do. I did not roll as well as I would like, but I saw yours.
Yes, critical failure. You win that round. That is your drone now.
Oh.
Excellent.
You can blow up anywhere you want.
I would like to
It
take
is
that.
currently carrying a payload of a 50-kiloton nuclear weapon, the largest available to be conventionally dropped.
Excellent. In that moment in which I caught it, and we were momentarily connected while wrestling for the control of the drone, I would like to then download into Tom all of the best of Nickelback and start playing it for him.
Well, I got a critical failure. That's an automatic success for you.
You sinister son of a
Whoa!
Whoa.
Tom
As
is
if
now
Tom
experiencing a
wasn't
loop
crazy
of
enough
Nickelback.
No, the agony.
Andy James.
So I'm guessing at this point the next one's going to Canada.
New Orleans.
Oh!
Good Lord.
God.
Doesn't that place have it bad enough?
Right, they're flooding right now, which actually might help with the fire.
Oh, chat did that.
Did what?
New Orleans is flooding right now. Chat did that.
Oh,
I just assumed they
God.
always do.
All right. Well, so since New Orleans is the city of music, if I promise Tom that he can listen to better music, will he call off the attack?
How are you going to communicate with Tom?
Uncontrolled, rampant empathy.
Yes.
That would require emotions.
Or in Andy James speak, I'ma write it.
So you're going to ride the drone. Is that what I'm getting here?
I'm going to ride it till it has feelings.
Oh man.
Wow. So the same way you solve every problem, really.
Oh God, if it had ever worked.
I know.
Yeah, it never works. It never works.
Just gotta keep riding.
Hello, my name is Helen. I've been single for 5 years.
Wow, that just happened.
I'm so sorry.
This is just the
Don't be sorry.
I'm just gonna be right over here blushing. No big deal.
I'm so
Wait.
happy right now.
6 years. It's 6 years.
Wait.
Sorry, I had to do the math.
Folks at home can't see you from the waist down. He is blushing.
That was really good.
Points from the marks.
Nice trouble ball.
I'm sorry.
It never works is right.
Okay.
Except that one time.
Well, you're busy grinding feelings into that drone.
I mean, I'm feeling something.
It's because it's got a jet engine.
Oh man.
Let me tell you about the toys I have at home.
Don't. Don't.
I blame Ben for all of this for some reason.
You know, I just
don't
spent a
why.
weekend with pirates, and they're all better behaved than you.
I met some of them, and no, they're not.
Wait, no, but
How do you think I lost me leg?
I mean, effectively, if that is a seduction check, we know that always works on the show. So, I mean, the crash. I guess it's your turn.
I'm sorry, am I about to roll seduction check?
It always works because it's an 18.
It
What are
always
you
works.
to do?
She does it.
I mean, I kind of like where this is going. Can
I don't.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
And
Not
that's how you get kicked
Not
off
the
YouTube.
toy inventory.
Oh, good. Now we know.
No, I've seen so much worse.
It's true.
Okay.
So much worse.
I'm sorry. Am I attempting to ride the drone until I give Tom feelings?
Is that what you're trying to do,
She wants
Miss
to
James?
fly the drone innuendo.
It is possible this might be one moment where uncontrolled empathy is not going to solve our problem.
Really happy.
Andy Buff, how the hell is this my fault? Ben.
Oh, that was good humor. Well timed, everybody.
Well, Ben is known far and wide as the good humor man. Oh wait, no, that's not why. Never mind.
Okay. Okay. But,
I like that.
you know, I actually think that I'm right. It is not a bad idea. I'm not going to write it till I give it feelings, but I think maybe my intent at this point is to attempt to basically muscle it into the flight path that I want.
Which is where?
Into space.
Space! I love how they always do that.
We can't help it. It's been drilled into our heads.
It's very Pavlovian at this point.
Will you give me an athletics test?
Actually.
Ooh.
I'm wondering, will it make it easier if I use Tesla's electricity to short out the drone?
That could be a lot easier than trying to launch it into space.
A little electromagnetic pulse will save you a lot of extra effort.
So let's do that. So I'm going to use a meta point. I believe. Yes. To use any skill?
It would be an ability.
It would be an
use
ability.
4 meta points. But...
Or 3 to use one
3.
ability.
Oh, then yeah.
3 or 4 in your case. Which one are you going to do? Because there are 5 left.
Oh, yeah. Neat.
Will you use 3 or 4?
Well, I'm going to use...
She can pull it with 3, can't she?
I can pull it with 3.
So you can do it with 3.
Yeah, and I don't want to, we probably could use some more meta points.
So use 3?
I'm just going to use 3.
I use 3. You pull forth the ability of Nurse Tesla to
Okay.
use electricity.
Do I want to use buff to the one here?
Well, you're going to use it like Nurse Tesla does, who had a power use score of 18. So you're going against an 18.
So never mind. Okay.
You're going to use the ability you
Yeah,
borrowed.
I'm going to beat that by, yep.
That is a critical success to immediately short out these circuits on board the drone, dropping it harmlessly from the sky.
Nice.
Crash. I like that too. Your target is headed towards Chicago.
He saved every one of us.
Oh.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Tell me how you're going to bring your Predator drone down. Oh, I've been binging the whole show on YouTube. Just caught up a couple weeks ago. Glad I can finally watch a live show. Hopefully someone can use a moment of clarity. Brandon! Thank you!
Thanks, man.
Oh, somebody's going to want that, I guarantee it.
We all want it.
So, how are you going to bring down this Predator drone, Mr. Jackson?
I'm following it, just using its own trajectory.
Correct.
Going for the chemtrails.
You can easily outpace it with your, but it's the high up in the air part is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not really cool with that. So, I love your space idea, and it's way easier for me to do that than it would be for you, because you'd have to carry it.
I have super strength.
Or throw it. I'm not going to do either of those things.
Okay.
You gonna punch it?
God, I really should.
So I had this idea
I
about
was thinking
writing
you
it,
shouldn't,
and I'm
but
happy
don't
to
get me
give
wrong.
that to you.
I think a good punch and change its trajectory.
A good punch to change the. Okay.
Yep.
Either power use to use your kinetic energy or fighting. Your choice.
I'm going to go with power usage. They're pretty close to the same score, but I'm also going to use the moment of clarity because I don't want to hit this thing the wrong way. I don't know if you remember what happened last week, but every time I tried to stop somebody in their tracks, I ended up either destroying them utterly or
There was some issues with control there.
Accidental chunky salsa. Yeah. I really want to make sure that I've got the fine control on this, so I'm really just giving all of that, kinetic energy the opposite direction.
A push.
Let's just send that sucker into the sun.
Right.
All right, give me a power use roll.
Hold on. Okay, so I rolled a 5.
That is a critical success.
Thank you for the moment of clarity. That made a lot of difference. I appreciate it.
Thank you, chat, for a moment of clarity. That is a critical success. So fast that in the blink of an eye, you propel the entire drone's towards the sun, but the speed that it reaches is so much that it breaks apart completely before it even clears the atmosphere. Just ripped into nothing and a molecular level of destruction at the speed that it goes. You think that it exceeded 100,000 miles per hour.
That's amazing. It's very, very fast. I should have brought my radar gun. Now, how fast can I get to Nevada?
Very quickly. Back to the parking lot throwdown!
I'll move.
I just want to clarify, the beginning of that happened at the exact beginning of our last.
Correct.
So we got peed on.
What?
Luke peed on us.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Yes.
It happened.
Great.
A little bit of pee.
I didn't let go much.
It's enough.
Taxo does rock, and thank you for being in chat, Pax.
Yes.
And
I'm
helping with
doing all the
everything.
things.
Yes.
Well, I can.
Because you're
I
awesome.
can be you.
That's
Really
right.
hot ass.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Now, where we left off, my bad
What?
guys were just about to go.
Two guys can say that. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
So I'm going to
Means
start
end
with the
of
one that you have prone and tackled on the ground, Rosie.
That's fine.
She is going to cease concentrating on her spell so that she can use another one on you.
Oh, of course she is.
Because keeping you from casting magic isn't going to keep you from bashing her face in right now.
Oh man, I'm glad she's smart at least. Oh, I'm feeling really
Oh, and her sorcery check of a 16 is a failure, and one more makes an 8 for herself. She uses some form of magic on herself. You believe she put up some kind of force field or another.
Like, I mean, but I'm on her, so force field in the sense that, like, it's just on her skin? Or
Yeah,
like,
seemingly on her
okay,
skin.
so it's not
and
like a bubble.
Really kind of paltry, to be honest, in your experience with sorcery.
Excellent.
It's almost like she's not very good at it.
Duh.
Amateur hour.
The individual who tried to touch you that you dodged climbs up on the side of the building
Okay, I
and
got
tries
plans.
to get himself behind Bruno.
Okay, I have plans for that one.
And as slick as he seems to think he is, you can see Bruno just kind of looking over his shoulder like, really? You're going to sneak up on me?
Do some sassy stuff.
Bad idea.
Andy,
I'm gonna ride it.
Brony, you are currently grappled. He's going to pull you all the way towards him with his arm winding up around you to try and crush you as he brings you into him.
It's nice to be hugged.
Yes, it's a very, very, very
Sometimes it feels
powerful hug. We're going to do 30 more damage to you, sir, as you are crushed.
How are you doing?
I'm just really let down.
can't die?
I'm 60 down.
But you can't die?
Well,
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
probably not. But
I think not die is a loose phrase.
it's yeah.
Our bladed arm individual is using his entire action to recover from getting shot in the head.
But that already happened.
Yes, so he's not going to act this turn. He would have acted, but he is stunned, effectively. It did not break through his skull or kill him, but the physics of it was still worse than he's ever been hit in his entire life.
Nice.
Which will put us at the top. But before we start the top, can my off-screen people give me initiative scores?
What?
Got it. Sneak out here real quick.
Okay.
Chris, you want me to roll for you? Where'd you go? I'm gonna roll for Chris.
Oh,
Okay.
Fantastic.
Chris!
No. Gotta do his own initiative.
Yeah.
All right, off-screen guys, call them out to me.
25.
Crash has a 25.
22.
12s?
Andy has a 22.
20.
What with those dice?
20 for Aqua.
23. My ass is hot, but my dice
23
are
for
cold apparently.
Wyatt. Thomas?
Give him a
Just a
second.
second.
He needs his
It's okay.
special
I had time
devices.
to go use the little Thomas.
Quite all right.
No.
Why did I bother?
You shouldn't have.
10 for Thomas. Okay. We're going to start at the top of the round with Crash Jackson.
Wait, I can't go?
You're at 21. Crash is at 25.
Oh.
He goes just before you.
Oh!
He's the only person of the people off screen who arrive instantly this round. Crash can reach speeds that are impossible.
Okay.
So he's back?
He can reach over 100,000 miles per hour, so it takes him less than a second to return to here.
Wow. Okay.
All right. What do I see?
The fight that is going on, there's a gentleman on the roof with Bruno and a swarm-formed Jenica, a sword-armed gentleman on the ground. Rosie is rolling around on the ground with another person. There's a whole fight going on in the parking lot of Joe's, and weirdly enough, that 17 hours sign still just spinning around.
I'm being hugged by plastic men.
And yes, a gentleman's arm is coiled around Brony like a rope, and he's pulled him all the way into it.
Okay, that's my target.
Andy's the pan.
Because he's on my very, very, very bestest friend. Yep. Good. So I'm gonna make a fighting roll to get down and make a touch attack on Bendy Guy.
Okay, what are you trying to do to Bendy Guy?
I just don't really think friction should be affecting him anymore.
We had a slinky. I straightened it.
No more friction.
No more friction.
Nah, friction sucks.
So it's gonna be like a water weenie situation, like when you're trying to like, you know what I mean? You know the little.
He doesn't like to be called that, but yes.
Okay. That's it.
I rolled a 9.
Junior high
9 is
flashlight.
successful.
So
Power
I'm
use.
9.
Junior high flashlight, you say?
As a side effect of him no longer having friction, he's no longer grappling Brony.
He's just.
Yeah. You kind of just slip out of it. There's just no grip whatsoever.
Well, now he's more like a wet willy, the little thing that floats.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
but you are like the water weenie, and that you slip right through.
it's kind of gross.
Wait till he tries to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
And
Jenica, 21.
And I land, I take a make sure I take a defensive
99
position
cents,
between
folks.
me and between Brony and anybody else that might be coming at Brony.
All right.
All right,
Crash is human shielding for Brony.
I have
you.
duplicate where I can copy one attack or power used by another character present, and I would like to copy Brony's power to life suck
Life
from
drain.
a distance. So I'm gonna life drain from a distance the guy who tried to life drain me with his hand. But
It's okay. If you're
but
copying
I'm
me,
gonna do
it's
it
gonna suck.
like from farther away, so he can't touch me, but I can zap him.
All right.
That's my plan.
Well, you're borrowing from him, and so I need a power use roll from you.
I don't really have that.
That's okay.
Roll
We'll
thing.
improvise it. Oh,
Oh! Three.
that is a critical
Three.
success. And that is a devastating. Are you taking that health on yourself, or were you transferring it to someone
Oh,
else?
could I give it to him because he has whoever has the least amount of health? I would like to give it to.
Select your target.
60 down.
That one.
All right, you regain 50 health back.
I'm number
Whoop whoop. That's so
Hey,
handy.
somebody else did that for me. That was nice.
And the effect is obviously very devastating to the individual, but he is still on his feet and fighting.
Ugh.
Bruno, or excuse me, Maddox, next.
Okay, so I'm still real close to Knife Man.
Yeah, you shot him in the head once. It took most of him to get back up off the ground, but he's still fighting.
Okay, and just in case, gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work.
You never know until you try.
Right, exactly. So in all of my years of being a security person and a bodyguard for people, I have in my arsenal of knowledge and physical ability the idea to dislocate arms. So what I would like to do is dislocate the knifed arm to hopefully have a giant blade with me now.
Oh! Wait, you're
So I
taking
can't-
his arm off?
Yeah, that's
I'm
not
gonna-
dislocating. That
No,
is removing.
Well,
But I
no,
like it.
dislocating the shoulder because if I can't shoot through his skin, if I loosen the arm so it's attached, like detached from his body, then
Yeah.
it'll be easier to like
Just do it with
rip
his own
it off.
blade and be like,
Yeah,
stop
no, I'm
slicing
in.
yourself. Stop
I'm in.
slicing yourself.
like dislocate it here to then remove it.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
in.
disarming him?
He doesn't have a banana.
There's only one banana.
2 banana, 3 banana, 4. 4 bananas make a bunch of soda.
Will you make a fighting test for me, please?
Yes, absolutely. With my
That's an
pleasure.
old reference, because I'm an old.
What do you need?
I have to use a meta point after the fact, don't I? I mean before, not after. I can't.
What are you
use it
trying
after.
to do?
Well, fighting, but.
Well, you were talking about using meta points.
Okay, so 6 on 18.
6 on 18 is a
Okay.
critical success. You
No,
com-
12. I'm sorry, 2 6s. 12 on
okay.
18. I beat it
Not
by
a critical
6.
success, but still a success. And his dodge is
Thank
only
you.
4, so that's
You
still
got what I meant.
successful. You don't
Brony's the one
remove
keeping us
the
honest.
arm. You don't remove the arm, but you are 100% certain you just broke it.
Yeah.
Where I was thinking?
Yeah, he's still attached to him, but you can feel the bone.
But it's
split.
you can see that it's detached from
the bone
rest
still
of his
it's just it broke.
And
it's
is
not
the
pleasant.
blade still there, or did it turn back into an arm?
Hanging, and you can see the upper part of it is slowly shifting back into arm.
Oh, God, that's what I was afraid of.
That's all right, but you still like.
And he has gone white in the face.
Taking away one of them is still helpful. I mean, then just you know.
You're a one-man army, and he's a
Bruno.
one-armed Manny.
Okay, so the guy that's climbed onto the roof, from a tactical standpoint, what have I seen him do? What do I know of his powers?
You've only really seen him try to touch Jenica twice. Just like try to reach out and touch. That's it.
And then you saw me not touch him, but drink him anyway.
Other than that, you haven't seen much from him.
Who's trying to drain him? Then we're just gonna fill him full of
drain
bullet
one.
holes. So he's trying to sneak up behind me.
Yeah, he
right?
tried to sneak up behind you.
So.
But the guy clearly has had no real practice at doing this for real.
So I've got the assault rifle that I just shot the one guy with in my right hand. So I'm going to draw my pistol, left turn and shoot. First attack is going to be before he realizes I know that he's there for a surprise attack, and then turn and fire the assault rifle as well.
All right, give me 2 attacks, please, Bruno.
Nice.
Your violence says a lot about you.
Yeah. So
Or does
first
it really say a
attack
lot
was
about
beat it
us?
by 4.
Beat it by 4. That's going to hit.
And then the assault rifle beat it by 10.
Beat it by 10. Both of those hit.
There's something about the weaponry involved that makes it a little more.
You shoot
callous.
this man several times, and more than enough to kill a man, and he's still standing there, bleeding.
So the bullets passing through him, stopping inside.
They hit him, and there's definitely a reaction to it, but it should have put him down. People aren't supposed to stay standing after they take bullets to the chest, but this guy is.
But he's bleeding.
Did the bullets go all
They
the way
hit
through?
him, blew out the other side,
Okay.
bleeding and graphic, just like it looks no different than the numerous people you've shot before, other than the not dying part.
What is this? What is this? What is that?
Wait, who did you shoot?
Oh,
The guy that climbed onto the
The
roof.
death
that's
touch guy.
Trying to touch everybody.
Mr.
Yeah.
Grab Hands.
Grabby.
Generally, people who try to
Grabby.
touch you and don't die are me. So, sorry, by the way, you're a deep sleeper.
Grabby.
Rosie, you're at a 14 and next.
Excellent. I'm going to use the information that James has given me, and I hope it's all right. So I'm basically on top of her, right?
Okay.
She's got a force field.
Yes.
Cool. I am going to basically flip and adjust myself. So if I'm Rosie, I am Rosie. I'm holding the hands down like this. The head is here and the body is going that way.
Okay.
Right? Great.
Take
I'm
note.
going to summon Harvey and tell Harvey that this creature stole something from Hex and he needs to beat it. Because I would like the 800-pound were-bunny to just start wailing on this person.
Give me a sorcery test, please, Rosie.
I'm going to hold her down while Harvey beats her.
Give me a sorcery test, Rosie.
He could just jump up and down on her.
Maggie's superpower, she's in a gang.
Oh, like that jackrabbit thing where they're
We
like,
should run on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going
Like
to use a Hex
kangaroos?
Blast and then I beat it by
Back with their
1.
tails.
Beat it by 1. You summon forth Harvey. Because you beat it by 1, I'm going to have that require your whole action to summon him.
Okay, that's fine. We can start beating her next round. I mean, the bunny's on top of her no matter what, right?
The bunny is above her, correct.
Someone needs to just take the audio, animate this.
Do it.
Click
Do
to
it.
say that you're over 18 first.
Do it.
Nice.
Bunny
You're
beats
not.
a new J-Pop form. I like that. Bunny beats.
Bunny beats.
We'll start with her on the oppositional pilot's acting. I think she's a little more worried about Harvey than she is about you.
Oh, I'm
She's
sure.
going to sorcery blast Harvey twice.
Well, when there's an invisible bunny on top of you.
A succeed and a critical failure for the second. Harvey is blasted by sorcery. It is not enough to hurt him substantially. However, as Harvey is one tough SOB, particularly considering lately people have tried to kill him a lot, and it's
Yeah.
made him a lot tougher.
Yeah, I know. And he's like bound to Hex Destiny and has to defend her. So.
And a sorcery blast
Yeah.
holds nothing compared to the giant griefer bullet that hit her previously.
He's just bunny laughing.
It's
Yeah,
more
I
of
know
a
it is.
tickle than a sorcery blast. Our undying individual reaches forward with a hand to make contact with you, Bruno. I've got a success by dead on and a failure by 3. Neither of them will hit you with your dodge bonus. This guy's having a really hard time touching people.
Good.
Yeah, Uncle Touchy, piece of
Yes,
crap.
yeah. Our frictionless gentleman is just continuing to ooze and dribble and drop. It's rather grotesque looking to see. Occasionally, bits of the anatomy from the inside show because there is 0 friction and his body is unable to hold together without friction.
Ooh,
In a few moments, he is a puddle.
That's gross.
Well, that's what you get for fighting mutant rights.
Oh, man. Our broken-armed individual turns his other arm into a blade and tries to stab you.
Bring it. Bring it.
It was. It really was.
I have a success by 9
Crap.
and a success by 5.
Crap.
And your dodge is 4, so both of them are going to hit. That's going to do a total of 60 points of damage, Maddox.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I know what I'm doing next round.
I think is maybe the same thing.
Yeah.
And as we reach the top of this round, we're going to do some really fun stuff. 1, everyone else arrives. 2, I need initiative rolls again from everyone because we're going to do a rule of cool.
Oh!
Did you forget me again?
Rule of cool.
It's fine.
Wow.
This is lunacy.
I'm sorry, Pax. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
cool.
Eddie.
22, finally.
20 plus 6. 26.
Oh my gosh.
Let me catch up to everyone. Hang on.
Oh, 26.
Someone's going first.
Yep. Damn, Megs.
All right.
I rolled a 10 and a 12.
Hang on. I had a 26, I heard, from Crash.
Yeah.
26 from Rosie.
A 26, Rosie.
22.
22, Brony.
Rule.
Someone else.
26.
20. Wow, we got a lot of 26s.
Those odds are insane.
Yeah.
19.
Ah, too many numbers.
I'm working.
Hey, not bad for me.
Someone can half sit. I have a 17. That helps you.
Okay.
9
If
for
there's
Bruno.
half of
It's
there's
all
half a butt
good.
cheek work, you're not going first. You got a 9.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a non-compressible
For
plasmoid.
those of us who
22.
just
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
arrived, can you recap the situation?
All right, I want to make sure I have all of these. I've got 26 for Crash, 26 for Rosie. There was a third 26. Who was that one? Maddox. I have 26 or 22 for Brony and 22 for Aqua.
23 for
23 for Thomas. Put you in the middle there.
I have no bonus, so that was a good roll for me.
I know.
So 22 Aqua, 22 Brony. Who was the next Laura? I have 19 listed as the next one for Andy James, unless nobody has a 20 or 21. No? And then 17 for Jenica. I don't have Wyatt's in here. 10.
You have a +8 to your initiative.
That's
Yep,
correct.
he rolled 2.
And 9 for Bruno.
9 for Bruno.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I rolled a
Okay.
2
So
and a 1.
everybody rolled super high except for Luke, who rolled really, really low.
Well, he rolled 2 1s and he rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
just,
I'm going to ask you guys to do something really crazy. I totally did not prepare you for this, but I'm going to do something really horrible to you on this real cool. Everyone, pick a partner.
that's cool.
Pick a partner.
Crash.
That's it.
I mean,
Okay, that's a pair.
Partners. We can be partners.
I mean, if he's not
If
with
you're
anyone
following
else.
me what I'm doing
I'm with
here,
you,
you'll
buddy.
know what I'm
All
doing
right.
here.
Sure.
All right.
Partners.
Also, are you making us choose from the opposite part of the
Okay,
table?
we
Doesn't matter.
We gotta end
There
it.
needs to be a
We have
partner,
to
but
end
the person
together.
can't be selected
Oh,
all
okay,
at once.
they're together.
Once you're taken, you're taken.
Yeah,
Sit
right.
next to each other.
Yep, partners, will you please,
Okay.
just for this rule of cool,
I've got
you'll go
half
back
my
to your
chair.
spots afterwards.
Oh, okay.
But to make it easier for me, will people who are partnered up go next to each other?
Also, hey chat, these votes have to be manually counted by PAX, and I think Ben, who's on Zoe Live. So just wait till they say that voting is ready, and then vote, and let's all just have a moment of patience.
Yep.
Okay.
This
And
will
then-
take a minute. Okay, so I have my pair-ups. Now my pair-ups are going to use the best initiative score of the pair to determine
Okay.
things.
There you go. We're good. We're good.
Wow, that's a bit of a bump.
We don't have boosted, do we?
Okay.
Oh, God, it don't. But
So what's going on? What's the scene?
So
Are we outside Joe's still?
Yeah, well,
this will be at the Joe's when this, everyone is arriving back just for this.
So can you, for those of us who have just arrived, can you give us a rundown of what's going on?
A horrible
What
fight
we
in the
witnessed.
parking lot of Joe's involving metapilots and on the roof of
This smelly
Joe's.
guy's dead.
universe.
Okay, life drain guy. There's a magic lady.
So I get these correct.
Which universe is this?
The real world. Prime, you are home.
And these are not our friends.
Welcome back, buddies. All right, so I have the best of you two is 22, correct? Our best initiative score is the 26 for you two, right?
Yeah.
But he got a 26.
I know, but I need the
Well, we're
best of the
combined.
pairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Best of the pairs are 26. So
So we're fine.
I mean, we're at 36 if you want to combine our
no,
scores.
I just need the best score. The best score for you guys is also a 26.
I'm looking at your sheet to see what
The best score between Bruno and Thomas is Thomas's.
Which is 22.
Okay.
And Crash / Brony's best one is also
26.
I'm rubber ears, so whatever you say.
So of the Rosie Andy team, the Maddox Wyatt team, and the Crash Brony team, you all have 26. I need to find out which one of you is going to go first in those. Rather than taking a bunch of time and rolling dice, I'm going to do this easy. Crash Brony first of the 26s.
Love it.
you need one.
Rosie Andy second, and
Okay, can I buy a
Maddox
metaphor
Wyatt
right
third
now?
of the 26s. But 22 is the lowest. That means that Aqua /
fine. We know what we're
Jenica
doing.
need to tell us what they're going to try to do first.
Of
Your
course.
rule of cool must involve both members of the partnership.
On it.
No problem.
If you don't include the other person, your rule of cool is not valid.
Okay.
So starting with you two, tell our audience at home what you two would team up and do if you could do anything in the world at this moment.
Okay, so because I can have bombshelly powers, I can look like her.
Yes.
And I can duplicate any power for anybody present. So I'm going to duplicate the power of seduction. Seduce everybody here! Are going to seduce the crap out of them.
Everybody, just us.
All the bad guys. Right, all the bad guys? Or
Yeah,
everybody?
all the bad guys.
All the bad guys are going to want us.
You heard us.
Yes, I assume.
Make sure. Did you guys catch that one at home?
Okay, I think we were
Let's
loud
say it.
enough.
We wanna team up, seduce
It's
everybody.
going to be like
Team seduction.
double mint twins seduction.
Double mint twin seduction specifically. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
Thomas Bruno, if you guys could do anything as a team.
Ours is really good.
So just to clarify,
God, did you see that little face?
we should do something about the crosstalk first for everyone. I think.
Yeah. You guys keep crosstalk to a low volume, please.
Just to clarify the scenario, could you clarify it, please?
Bruno is on the roof dealing with an individual. There is a fight going on in the parking lot. One of them is, Rosie rolling around on the ground with someone. Someone with a broken arm trying to stab Maddox.
So is there in general a large amount of cannon fodder around right now, or just a couple of bad guys? I'm trying
Only
to
a few of them, but they're all metapilots.
Oh,
Four
okay.
bad metapilots.
Well, it's my understanding that my good friend Bruno here is about to be attacked by some gentleman who is attempting to touch him. Is this correct?
This is, and in fact, Thomas, since you are here, I can tell you something that I couldn't tell them earlier. Because of your impressive Google brain of being able to facially recognize almost anyone on the planet, all four of these individuals that you see were in the Project Metaverse program.
As contestants?
As testers, yes, participants.
Interesting. So I believe what we're going to do then is Bruno, as he can't be fooled again,
correct,
and an attack has been tried twice on him.
Correct.
He will be able to execute a perfect backflip out of the way.
Correct.
With no danger of being touched.
While firing bullets into him to try and finish him off.
Now, leaping off a building could normally be considered dangerous. However, in this case, I have both an extensive knowledge of American automobiles and the fact that we're in a parking lot, as well as the ability to remotely control computers and machines.
Which there's quite a few on hand.
Yes. So I'm trying to remember the name of that Stephen King movie.
Maximum Overdrive.
Thank you. I'd like to maximum overdrive the parking lot, activate all of the vehicles, especially that beautiful Harley over on the side for my friend to land on. It's cushioned, don't worry, but still, just in case, be careful. Exactly.
Land on the motorcycle.
At the same time, while doing that, I'd like to aim all of these vehicles at the tester metapilots who are attempting to do the bad things, as it were.
All right,
One
I
of
like
which, the one that's fighting Maddox, I'm
Yes.
going to run the motorcycle into and continue firing bullets into that one as we finish up this attack.
And are we ultimately trying to prevent them from getting inside the diner?
Yeah,
we think so.
Ideally, preventing the special metapod is what you're, but that
we
don't see.
How many entrances are there to this?
Just
to
the
the
one.
There one at the moment, there was another door, the fire door in the back, but Rosie's magic has made an illusion to make that not visible.
Oh,
assuming you can rely on that.
Just in case, I would like to crash a large number of the vehicles in front of the door and pile them up.
Do that in front of the back door because the front door already has a pile of rubble that
dead people.
Jenica did a Reaver thing too.
I like that. All right. After that, we had the
And if you're
26s
very, very
of
lucky,
first.
you still do it in that.
I would like Crash Brony to tell me what you guys would do if you guys could do.
All right.
baby.
Yeah, no, baby, we got
We got
this.
So we're kind of doing a back-to-back.
Yeah, we're going right out in the middle of the. We're like going out to the middle of the street, getting back to back, and we're doing a move that we have named the Brosy Doe.
Oh, you named it.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
you got to name
You gotta
special
name
moves.
special
That's
moves.
got to be done.
Right.
All right.
So we're
how-
hitting A, B, and C at the same time.
Yeah. How this works, simply put, is that
So first,
our man,
I'm going aggro.
He's activating his aggro buff.
Yep.
Okay.
Second,
Aggro buff.
I am boosting. I'm targeting everything, and I can't target with life drain because it's shooting.
Right.
But luckily,
I have Hacksaw also,
There we
which I am
go.
also activating. So how this is going to work is he's going to simultaneously life drain everybody he can see. He has pulled aggro. Now anybody who doesn't attack him gets a huge minus. Everybody who does attack him gets caught in the actual orbit field that I have set up around us. So any attack that comes toward him immediately swings around and flies directly towards me and runs into a small wedge-shaped invisible kinetic field.
yes. And while this is happening, as I'm life draining, and I'll just use my gun to point to him. As I'm life draining, I'm healing both of us through our butts.
Yep, through our butts because we're touching butts the whole time. Yep, because that's how it's done.
That's how it's done. Yeah.
And I'm basically anytime I see people as I'm coming around with that hacksaw, winging them right towards the wedge.
You jelly?
That way they come real. They get about this close and then they just split.
Ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
Sand, plum.
I have a mystical kinetic katana in front of me.
Yep.
That I don't even see.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bunch of.
I like that one too.
And that,
Rosie
my
Andy?
friends, is the
Nice
Brosy
score.
Doe.
Okay,
So our action's better, but their presence.
Rosie is going to lasso the shape changer, therefore making him immobile.
Mm-hmm.
She's then going to
I'm going to use my super strength to
super
stretch
strength
him.
to stretch him. We're going to make a
Into a
slingshot.
slingshot.
We are then going to put all of the guns in the slingshot. We are
Yes.
then going to Rosie is going to shoot the guns with the slingshot into the air, from which
Andy is going to fly up super speed and boom, 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 boom,
Shoot
boom.
all the
Shoot all the guns.
That's good.
And then come back down, Supergirl land, thus bouncing our bad guys back up into the air, where Rosie shoots them out of the sky.
guns, and more guns.
Oh God.
Super duper guns.
Like it. All the guns.
Awesome.
All of these are so good.
I know. I love it. This is the best thing ever. Maddox Wyatt. I have no idea. We'll get to that.
Okay, so I see my homie Maddox getting attacked by the big dude with sword arms. So I'm going to fly down, give her mercy, and we're going to set that bitch on fire, because why not?
Set that bitch on fire.
Then I'm going to step in between and take any blows that come at her from this dude or any others coming at us, and throw him a good old throat punch. And
Then I'm going to be using my athletics and a magic sword, which I have never been able to use magic before, and I'm gonna go ape shit.
you gotta spread the love.
I'm
You gotta
simply
spread the
gonna
love.
go ape shit with this flaming sword, and to start this, I'm just gonna step on the puddle, just right on his face, just make sure that dirty shoe goes right in his mouth with the puddle on the ground, and then just kaboom, kaboom. Maybe take out a few trees also, just to start rebuilding more Joes, you know? Just to,
Disrespectful.
oh yeah, and just
Those trees deserve it.
you know, and wood is always a good tool. So just bam, bam, bam.
Wood is always a good tool.
Always.
So,
Wow.
yes.
Unless it's a splinter, in which case it's just a
That is really, really, really intense. I hope you guys can all remember those to help me through them when I try and put this cluster together after they're able to go. Now, to make it easier on our technical guys, can we go back to our original positions for this?
Yes.
So wait.
Well,
Where do you
at
want-
this point, like, if everybody's on screen, doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter?
We don't have
Oh,
any
never
time.
mind then. I'm sorry. My fault.
So
Wherever
no
you're
stress.
comfy.
B.
Hello, ladies.
Tom, this is like on the couch in the green room.
Yeah, we all have to be like really close.
I'm gonna come back here. You can
Okay, Jack, get ready. We're snuggling.
And we do have to kind of manually do this vote, so it's going to be run a little bit, differently than normal with issues going on.
Oh, thank you, Paxmo.
But like I said before, at the start of the show, it was really important that we do this because people before profits.
Oh, this room is ripe, folks.
Yes, double mint.
Yay!
It's not me.
It doesn't say that.
I blame myself.
Yeah. Know it is.
I blame you too.
That's fair.
Double mint seduction.
Double mint. It's quiet now.
Wow.
That was like what was it? Like
That was
now
intense.
votes twice the fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I
double
heard double
mint,
mint, you guys.
double mint.
Double your pleasure, double getting over it.
Well, but Juicy Fruit.
But I really
It's got
wanted to do a
two-
team
yeah, it's great.
rule of
It chooses
cool
some-
for the longest
It's right,
time.
Yeah.
Juicy Fruit. The taste. The taste is gonna move you. When you pop it in your mouth.
Oh yeah, the taste is gonna move. Yeah.
See, that might get us kicked off YouTube.
Happy birthday.
What? I thought it was.
That is
15
public
It's
domain
okay
now.
now. Yeah.
It's okay now.
It's okay.
Let's still careful.
Oh, I'm gonna move my.
Fine. Have it your way.
With DLT quarterback. She's a real happy meal. I remember a lot of shit from the 80s. I can't help it. Instead of math, I learned pop culture.
You say it like the decade
ended.
I learned math.
That was a good choice.
Oh, what was it? Square One. I was
Yeah, Square
just
One.
reading about
Math
that
Man.
recently.
Math Man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Square One.
And it was at the MathNet?
Yeah, MathNet.
Yeah.
Friday or Monday. It was Monday.
And
'cause,
Tuesday after
haha.
Monday left.
And I remember the guy who played Monday. Or no.
There was a woman who was
Hey, as
One
we're
was Monday.
doing this
Yeah,
vote,
He was in Repossessed. He was the Aglet father.
What was his character?
More people vote too, so we can join
we're
the tie.
getting close there, guys.
I love that.
I love that.
More votes, more
Three
votes,
options are tied.
more votes.
Somebody vote 2.
Nice,
Make
stay
it tie in
away.
3 ways. 4 ways.
Everyone's right.
Maybe we need to do a celebrity video.
And give us a
where we all
product
tell
jingle
them
to
why
sing,
it's
because we'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
It's
do.
true.
You need to do that.
I guess
Shameless.
it's
My
3, 4,
buddy.
and 5 are tied right now.
My buddy, wherever I go, he's gonna go, my buddy.
Kid sister.
Kid sister.
Sister.
Kid sister.
Guys,
and
please, stop. We don't need to advertise for them.
What? They're not.
They're
They
not
don't
making
sell
them
them
anymore.
anymore. They're not a real toy.
I mean, they do if we're in the metaverse that's in the 80s.
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
No, that's true.
Well, do we get
Which
do
we
we
But then
get-
they have like a
Oh, I was.
50-50 shot of, turning into
GM
evil.
gets the
So let's just say
tiebreaker.
that in case it would
Uncool.
legitimately have like an evil soul that, goes over and kills.
How does a redhead doll even have a soul? That's my question.
Well,
That's where they all go.
Because it's a doll, but not a real redhead.
Oh,
Wow.
we got a last vote in there. Looks like they might be closing it up.
Oh man.
Hey, and while they're doing that, what about next Monday, Christian?
what's happening?
Chris
next Monday?
Audi?
What?
You guys gonna join me in here to answer
I
Metaverse?
just
Oh,
learned
yes.
about this.
Yeah,
when
no,
you showed
that's,
up
that's,
today.
that's what we're doing. We're coming in, we're going to answer questions.
Cool.
Which
At
really
least-
means Chris is going to ask you guys
That's
questions,
true.
and
Like,
you're going to answer
so,
those questions.
this last year that I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know, they will be
Explain
very
all the things to
entertained
me.
by that.
Yeah, but you know
Can
what was
we
going
ask
on for the
questions?
previous.
If you happen to be in
seasons,
chat at
so-
the time, absolutely you can.
Nope. I haven't had a Monday to myself ever.
Never.
Never.
Not one.
Oh.
Not one Monday.
Not
What?
Closing the poll.
Monday is
Who do you
God's
vote for?
day. I'm a Ninth Day Adventist.
Okay, well, I mean,
8th day? Because it's the day after
But Saturday is the
We're hanging on your every word, Pax.
Thank you, Pat.
too much math.
Ben.
No worries.
Sorry,
We
just
got-
flashed me
I
the red
really
dwarf.
like.
Oh, believe me. If you don't have
Seventy-one.
questions, I have
Opposites.
questions, and I'll just ask them from the tech deck because I got serious questions. So.
And we will answer all kinds of questions. If it's something that won't spoil anything we have ahead, we will gladly answer it, clarify.
And if you don't want to,
Demystify.
give the real answer, I'll make something up.
Ask
Oh, no,
it.
we're not
Rickety
going
Cat
to
said,
lie
what
to
if we have no
anybody."
questions?
Ask
I'm like, dude,
it.
I'll ask questions.
at the
Pax will
very
have
least, we'll have a
questions.
complete breakdown of pilot levels 1 through 5 so you know what all of them do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to tell you all about
So,
that.
okay, we can't sing
Can I
copyrighted
guess
songs. Can
mine?
we sing parody versions that are disturbing?
I was gonna say I was gonna guess 1.5, but
No, it's about that.
oh good, oh good.
Hurry up, cause it's mealtime soon. Don't eat
I've
cats.
said no.
Don't
Don't
eat
eat
cats.
One of those weird interactions.
Just
Eat
love
Cat Stevens though. That's fine.
I don't know what possessed me to
Please.
put all these individuals in the
Use
same
the
room at once.
Whoopsie.
2 winners.
I was wondering that.
Two
when we showed
winners.
up.
5 and 3.
2 winners, Crash Brody and Maddox and Wyatt tied.
Yeah! Oh, man. Oh, these guys are
Okay.
toast.
Yeah.
Just say yes, James.
Good job, winner.
Hey,
I don't know how
the
to
boss
high-five.
already said
I
ties
never had
happen.
friends.
Yeah.
I can't veto that.
That's right. You called that one. It's canon now.
I can't veto
Canon.
that. That's beyond my capability. That means
We're
that
each
both
gonna
of those
roll a
two are
D10.
going to be a success.
Okay.
Yep.
That way it's an
1d10.
even. We're each gonna roll 1d10.
So
for
all my
all these
failure
guys.
people,
Oh, no, the one-
team up for your dice rolls.
Team up, failure
You could have
people.
come up with a better way to say
Throw your dice in the air.
One for you.
No, I like to say failure people.
it. Okay.
Everybody roll D10.
They didn't pick you. Haha. Now you're like me. They didn't pick you.
What do you have to do if you're rolling D10?
Come on, failure people.
Yeah, but
Oh my God!
It's like meta.
I won.
Good call.
We beat it by
Okay.
3. Sorry, we
That'll
had
work,
to
that'll
get.
work.
We went by 3 at the 5.
We do
We're gonna
count
hang
your
on to
vote.
that.
Okay.
Hey, roll for me.
All right.
I got a
We
5.
count your vote.
And
Oh no, 7. 7 5, 12. We got a 12.
We
we got a
both win. That means
That's a really good
one
number.
win.
Hold on to that. Don't get rid of it. Oh, anyone else who has not, besides my
right.
my other two over
I mean, I
here.
made I rolled, I make them, so.
You made them.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
If we tied,
Pastor, you have to try.
Five or better.
hey
Do
James,
we-
if
do
we
we need
tied,
to do
could we also get butt healing?
12. I mean,
Yes.
12.
Oh, nice.
I'll touch everyone's vote.
Oh,
Cool. There we go.
yes.
That was very fun.
Butt synergy.
I'm
Things
good.
I never thought I'd hear. Can we also
When you're
get
dancing
butt
cheek
I'm
to
good. I
cheek.
didn't get any butt healing. I'm fine.
healing? No butt healing for Bruno?
No butt
Are we
healing
sure?
for Bruno, yes.
Oh, I need some butt healing.
Butt healing was part of ours, so we get it, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Okay.
I asked if we got it because we tied.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
right?
I-
They wanted to spread the butt healing.
Yeah.
Spread the butt. Spread that butt.
I'm just thinking of Destiny.
Okay.
But the diaper rash cream that spreads on butts.
Oh, that's yeah.
That stuff works good
Angel
for
made me
tattoos. That stuff was great.
That stuff's good for like eczema.
Wow.
We do it.
It works for a lot of
There you
stuff.
go.
Okay.
All
These are
right,
your
guys, let's
players.
walk through this madness really slowly the way
Because our
that
butts are
things
touching.
happen. Now, some of these things are contradictory to each other, and some are
So
not.
that's your job then.
Oh, yes. But the ones that are not are pretty easy to go with. For example, Bruno's and Thomas's one to start is fairly easy and non-interfering with the others. With a lovely
That was on
executed backflip, several gunshots, and then maximum overdrive, which, you know, one of my favorite movies, I gotta say.
Yardley Smith.
Underrated, especially
First
if you're
Lisa
not sober
Simpson.
while watching it.
Appearance, yeah.
Are you dead?
Dancing cheek to cheek.
I like big feeling.
They are dancing cheek to cheek.
Oh, you didn't hear me sing it?
No, he didn't.
I literally sang it.
That's amazing.
Yep, that's there now.
Not well.
When you
All right.
Oh,
So
my
all
God.
these vehicles crash into the back, blocking the fire exit. As you start knocking these other meta pilots off their feet, they're flipping through the air, crashing down on the pavement. The one guy that's liquid, you just kind of do a burnout over with one of the cars, and because there's no friction, he just kind of flies out the other side in a puddle.
Time
I
out.
wish they had butt healing.
Someone is liquid.
Yeah.
Got the stretching individual crash eliminated
He
his
lost his
friction,
bones.
so he had no capability to hold himself together. So he kind of just
There you go.
oozed down into a puddle.
That's a thing. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
went around the wheel and launched out the other side. It's really gross.
Yeah. No, that's good.
He's now just a general feeling of moisture in the air. It's pretty awesome.
So he's humidity?
Yeah.
He's humidity now.
And I will point out that the major reason that all of these all work together is every single one of these individuals was just so starstruck and focused on Jenica and Aquamarine that they didn't even pay attention to any of you.
There you go.
Like eyes popping out of their heads like the old cartoons.
Double mega.
It's always the
And all they're doing is just like these poses. They're just doing these little poses and
Specifically with our hands.
I think I'm distracted before I grab next too. I'm a little bit like, oh yeah.
Hands behind the head.
There you go.
Avant-garde.
and our slingshot maneuver on these distractors, many of whom who you rope up to do slingshot, are being launched in the air from these cars that crashed into them, or sideswiped by a Harley that Bruno was riding. Yes, Bruno was riding a Harley. It happened.
Oh, she's sideswiped.
Filling these people with bullets were then filled with more bullets and life drained from the combination.
Was there
of-
much life
from it.
left?
Not particularly,
But at least
but
they were happy when they
of the
went.
people alive, we're looking at a total of 70 health that is
Yuki.
drained to be distributed. You guys choose where that's going and how.
I guess it depends on who got hit.
I have
but
one important
you're
question.
hurting, right?
Yes. When I'm on the Harley,
She's
you have
got
to
her-
make a driving
Send it
check.
wherever you
I
want.
also
Wherever.
Absolutely, but you do the motorcycles one for that.
So
Oh, okay, right.
if someone
Okay,
else is
never mind.
hurt.
That's easy.
That's
Well,
why I gave you a Harley.
we
I think
did
you're
kind of
the
see
most
that you
hurt. You
should.
should
Yeah.
take it.
And you're
But I
also
al-
touching our
Yeah, if there's like
butts.
a convertible.
Yes.
So
I've got the
And now
butt.
all these
People
horribly,
dealing with
5
the
miles
kinetic
an hour,
splitting
driving around the
machines.
parking lot.
yeah, these
Backing
horribly
into
shot
things.
people who are then separated into
hey,
parts.
they're well shot.
Separated into parts on the end of this kinetic machine are then cut again by Maddox, who is going wild, swinging Mercy around, absolutely crazed, just laughing. And it's not like the crazy insanity, but it's the happiness, like a kid swinging at a pinata.
Can you do me a favor, and as you do that, can you say, bigger than a razor blade?
There you go.
All right, thank you.
She was hiding it in her cheek.
Yeah.
And in the most grotesque graphic span of about 15
Some sort of
seconds,
perverted
there are no longer any opposing meta-pilots outside of Joe's. Just the remains of bodies, except for a guy who had the friction removed to him, who's a puddle somewhere near Cleveland at this point.
It's a good place to be a puddle. Not much else.
Where is this Joe's?
Right in front of
Jarbidge,
us.
Nevada.
Right, I knew that.
It's a long
I've been
toss
paying
to
attention.
Cleveland.
Well,
That
the
was a
whole no
test.
friction, he doesn't slow down traveling through the air.
It's true.
Yeah, he's just gonna go.
Ugh, he's demystified.
And go,
Go.
and go.
So if you guys want some fireworks or
Yep,
companionship,
eventually. He'll hit, but with no friction, he'll then keep going. He might stop when he hits the East Coast. He might go across the pond. You never know.
Skipping along the ocean.
Skipping along the ocean.
where in London he'll just be someone's bad day. Fantastic.
And in the aftermath, there is no longer a single individual but yourselves outside of this Joe's.
So we did it.
Come on, Tom. Tom isn't here
The
yet.
sign that was hanging on the door is gone. The sign that was spinning that says open 17 hours says open 24 hours. There's
Knowledge.
people sitting inside Joe's.
Knowledge, Tom.
Now it's Tom. Go ahead and roll for me.
You are like the handiest character ever.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, depends on how this roll goes.
As
Oh.
opposed
Make it on the dot.
Hands.
Make it on
Handy
the
is not
dot.
handsiest. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you haven't been to a con with him.
That's Brownie is the handiest.
You're pretty sure that
There's 8 of us in a room.
that was not part of Tom's
He's
plan.
laying hands on everyone.
You
and
might
hoping that
finally
they have a
be a
blessed
step
day.
ahead.
We might finally what?
Be a step ahead.
What's going on?
Tom.
It just sucks because every time he leaves, you also have to scream, and also with you.
Aww.
I marched right into Joe's. Hollywood.
Joe's is the busiest that you have ever seen it in all of your trips, and all of the regulars that you usually
the
see are
others
in
got
here,
merged in.
plus dozens and dozens of other people, and they're wandering to tables, they're having drinks with each other and
Where's
laughing.
milkshake?
Almost
I need
like
French
they're,
fries.
almost like they're celebrating or something. And Highwood is running back and forth along the rail, keeping up, taking orders, and cooks scrambling in the back, putting out plates. It is packed. There's not a single open booth in Joe's.
I offer to help Hollywood.
Hollywood, what's happening?
I played Tapper real good.
Just really busy. Everybody's here to celebrate, I guess.
I've worked in a cafe. Can I help?
Not right now. Why don't you guys take a seat wherever you can find room. I'll get you as soon as I can.
Technically, I have cooked in a
Just
Joe's
to be
Diner.
clear,
I do want to bring that up.
Who all went in through the door?
So far, those two have gone in.
Yeah.
Because that's not. We're guarding this door. We want people
Yeah,
not
I
able to
haven't
get
gone
in.
in.
I'm
I
not
haven't
going
gone
in.
in yet.
And I'm obviously
Yeah.
touching his butt, so I haven't gone in yet either.
Okay, so it's you
You're
and
still
me
touching his
and
butt?
Joe's?
It's like
Okay.
you're just
Yeah,
gonna keep
it's
doing
just
that?
packed in there.
I haven't decided where the healing's going yet.
I'm gonna currently send nanowasps to everybody.
We're just holding it in
so
our
we
butts
can all
right now.
communicate
I got
with each
some.
other at all times.
Oh, you did?
Don't send me one.
Just heal.
I got some.
You don't want a nanowasp?
And I'll
No.
heal. I'll take the
It's so
excess and I'll
helpful.
heal
They
my
are.
last 10.
Like
There we
I
go.
could just have it
Perfect.
buzz around you.
Thank you.
Yep.
On your shoulder?
Thank you.
My butt is at your service.
Hollywood, why is everyone celebrating?
Oh, it's less a celebration. The world's all gonna end. We're all gonna die.
Why is that? Oh,
Oh, all the metaverse. It's all gonna come apart.
why? Why? How?
Oh, we got like 20 more minutes. You want a milkshake?
Yeah.
No,
How do you know it's gonna end?
Writing's on the wall. Look at everyone. They're all here for it.
Is it Tom?
Wait, I'm sorry.
Starts
Is
with an
is
earthquake.
Joe's
Birds and snakes,
the restaurant at
airplanes,
the end of the universe?
Lenny Bruce's
It
nuts.
used to be Milliways.
Sorry. Just
Oh.
had to Douglas Adams that for a second.
So why
Okay.
don't you care that all the metaverses are dying?
It doesn't have anything to do with me.
But why don't you care that all these people are gonna die?
It's not that I don't care, Miss Harmon. It's that I can't do anything about it.
Or are you choosing not to do anything about it?
It's not that I don't care, Miss Harmon. It's that I can't do anything about it.
Hey,
Or is it that you
Hollywood?
don't? Oh wait. No.
I think it might be that he doesn't care.
Has anyone unusual been getting milkshakes?
All the time.
Tell me more about that.
I've had more traffic in the past 2 days than I have ever had.
Okay. Did anyone say they were for a creepy kid named Isaiah?
Not that I know of.
I might not have called him creepy at the time.
Sorry, just a kid named Isaiah?
Okay, Google,
least a
I mean
chair
Thomas,
for
does the
Isaiah?
team need a meta point? Oh, right, always. Silly question. Thanks, Naomi.
Thank you.
Thanks, Naomi.
Still outside.
If you choose to be, you can go inside anytime you choose.
I'm gonna fly around
Okay.
because I can fly at 100 miles an hour. And I'm just gonna kind of do like a perimeter, see if I see anybody up in the sky on the
Give me
ground.
roll those 2 10-sided dice for me.
Okay, and I have heightened awareness.
So
Mhm,
I spent
that's
a lot
one
of time mostly
I
dead.
got a 10.
About
Can we call
100
Tom
yards
anymore?
behind the Joe's Diner,
He hasn't been answered.
parked behind a house, there's a van
Maybe he'll
that
answer
wasn't
now. It's
there
almost the
before.
end of the universe.
Yeah.
Guys, van! I'm gonna go. Do you guys suggest I
The
go
hood's still warm.
investigate the. Oh, I knew that.
I'm still outside. We go over the van.
Yeah, why are you
I'm
yelling
sorry.
at us? What?
I'm sending you messages.
I'm
now.
climbing
What
back on
did
the
you
roof
say?
to.
There's a van just
Behind.
parked.
What does it look like?
It's a
Look for-
white.
Just like a white van.
White
Like a
van.
commercial
It's
van.
creepy.
Where is it?
Like a free candy
panel
van?
van?
It's behind
Are
the
there
van.
Like a
windows?
commercial van.
Are they
Commercial,
Like a
like a
commercial
sprinter? Okay.
Okay.
What's the heaviest artillery I was able to
want
find when I was gathering stuff together?
A grenade.
Hey, Hollywood. Why did this Joe's just empty up? And all you appeared. No one was here about 30 seconds ago. Why are they here now?
Complicated, Miss Rosie. I'm afraid I can't tell you about that one.
I'm gonna.
Sometimes we have to keep certain individuals out of Joe's.
Right, no, I know.
But they're gone!
So it was the meta pilots?
It was the bad meta pilots.
Why don't you take a seat? I'll get to you as soon as I can.
I'm gonna walk
No,
into Joe's and I'm gonna
It's
start.
packed.
Yeah, I want to start chatting up with one of the tables celebrating.
Yeah, most of them seem to be from various metaverses, and they are all
Are any of them bored?
celebrating the end.
Yeah, is there a Wendy? Or
There's a
Rhodes
lot
that
of
I
people in there.
recognize?
You want to work your
You
way
want
through
a
them?
Frosty in a time of these amazing milkshakes?
Okay. You start working your way through the crowd. You get to that van out there. Someone has pulled aside
Yes,
like a
Wendy's,
grating,
but
like a
not-
sewer type grating or an underground, and there's a
Wendy
little
Gates.
passageway going down beside the van.
I'm
Wanna go?
Yeah. Should tell everyone.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go down this thing. See
So,
happens.
what do we do
Do
if
we
the
need
van is a rocket? Do we come and beat the shit out of whoever falls out of it?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Yes.
What's the range to the van from Joe's?
100 yards. So we're gonna go down the grate.
Do you guys
Do you
Little
want more
passageway you're
people?
following.
What?
Do you need more people?
I
Just
have
you two?
Swarm form and she has time shift. I think we're good.
You
We're
want,
keep-
if you
wanna
want
keep
to
an eye
come,
on him,
though.
Crash? Like, should we watch him?
I'm watching the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good call.
Passage goes for about
heard everybody get
100
to
yards
Joe's
and
for
ends at a
basement.
ladder.
Up the
Up the
There's no
ladder.
basement in the Alamo?
I'm assuming we're gonna get
You
into
poke
Joe's
your
basement.
head out and you're in Joe's.
You were there.
We were there.
Okay, there's somebody bad in here.
Oh, right. We already made all the Pee Wee Herman jokes.
You can
I
see
forgot
Cook
about
is
that.
scrambling. You're in the kitchen.
Any noticing of anything that's not cooked?
Bad.
Cook is scrambling, like really busy.
What do you-
Doesn't even like hear you guys come in. He's just trying to keep up. You can see just tickets hanging across the rail.
Somebody walk in.
He's
Is
sweating
somebody in the
and going
walk-in?
back and forth.
Somebody walking.
Can we see from the kitchen everybody in the
Oh,
restaurant?
not at all.
Oh. Okay.
Not even close.
It's not an open place.
I
This,
like-
this was under the van. This.
No,
this
we
entrance, or
they
where's
had there
the-
was like a sewer grate right outside the van, and we went under like, and now we're in Joe's, but from underneath.
Do I see that even though I'm outside?
Check
Like,
out the kitchen.
You can
I'm watching the van, so I can tell you that they disappeared.
They disappeared into the
I
ground
know
by
they
the
went
van.
disappeared.
I've communicated
Yes.
with you via nanowasp.
I need to clarify something.
Yes.
Why the metaverse is all ending right now?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking James, but I'm also trying to understand exactly. I want to make sure, both as Chris and as Thomas, what I do or don't know and understand. A lot has happened, and while I appreciate us all sprinting towards something,
As Chris, how much time do you have?
The metaverse
As
is
Thomas,
coming to
you
an
know
end.
a lot.
The Metaverse is coming to an end.
Why?
Why?
Colonel Jackson.
Because the season's over.
Colonel Jackson's vision was that
Right?
Zenda
It is
was
a
trying to
metaverse.
bring a metapod into the Joes, and somehow that was going to accomplish Tom's plans, which are going to basically end the metaverse.
Is the Great Metapod sized?
You know, you could easily fit one through it.
Open the van, see what's in the van.
Well, nothing's in the van.
You're right. Nothing is in the van.
The room. Can we check that room? That room. The
So
room in
somehow
Joe's.
they already managed to get it in there even while we were guarding Joe's.
What we
back then.
think is that
There's
Tom
a lot
wants
of-
to get into the pod that's in the Joes
To become a real boy?
to put himself into all the metaverses at the same time.
How could
Oh.
Tom get into the pod if Tom is not physical?
Exactly. That we
Because
don't
he's
know.
in Isaiah, the small child.
Or
Is
Zenda.
Isaiah
I'm
still
sorry,
knocked
what
out?
now?
Or Zenda.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Isaiah. We don't know
No,
who
no, no, no.
Isaiah
Like,
is.
what now? What about like
Okay.
he can be in there?
I do not know this for certain, but my impression is that Tom is hitching a ride on the mind of a small child named Isaiah.
Oh, so you think that Tom in his mind was the real Tom, just playing dumb?
Is he the little? Is he the little?
He's the
Little kid?
He's
He's the
little
ice kid, yeah.
rocket that was draining my power and making it
The
impossible.
little boy
drains
with the
energy.
turning off people's
So-
powers power, right?
Right, exactly, which is a weird power for anyone to have.
And we haven't seen that kid since
And
the
we
missiles got
haven't
fired.
seen that kid since
No,
the missiles got
you're right,
fired
you
because
haven't.
He's asleep. And the last time I talked to him, he was definitely friends with Tom and uncomfortable with,
Friends of Tom sounds like some World War II.
Colonel
part.
Jackson also told us we had to keep Zenda from getting into
Oh, that's true.
the Joes. Now that may just be he was the one
Because Zenda
transporting
can
the
put
pod.
can finish
Together.
putting the pod together.
Right.
Right.
Where's Isaiah?
Isaiah is in.
Was.
Where is Isaiah?
You said he
He
was
was on a
sleeping.
couch in
He
one
was
of
on
the
a couch in a
half-broken
house
buildings.
across the street. I'm going to check right now. Here I go.
Nobody there.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I'd like to use my sixth sense and my heightened awareness as Rosie to do a quick, like, spidey sense of the room.
Roll some dice for me.
Okay.
All right.
And failing that, I'm going for empathy, so.
Well, I only got an 8.
What's your soul?
My soul is 8.
Somebody's in Joe's who shouldn't be.
Great.
Do I have a general direction?
They're in back somewhere.
They're
There's
in
a
the
lot
back.
of us. We could
Okay.
spread out and find them.
I'm going to.
But I'll let you guys all know via
empathy.
NOS, but they're in back somewhere.
Great.
Which
I'm
is
gonna
where
go
we
in.
are.
Yeah, we're going
Hang
in.
on. Going in. Going in.
Going in.
Going in.
Heading towards the back as well.
Anyone
still-
not going into
I've
Joe's?
still been looking at tables. You're
Yeah,
out.
Bruno's
No.
outside.
You're staying out.
Do you want
Thomas?
to be out by
I'm
yourself?
still outside.
Still
because-
outside.
Because I'm not connected to everyone right now.
Correct.
So I don't know what's going on in that
Alright.
regard. So I'm gonna stay
But
with
everyone
you.
but Bruno
I'll
has gone
tell
inside
you, though,
himself.
Like, hey, I'm going inside.
I
Yes,
don't
we're
want.
in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
but I don't want
Okay.
to be connected to.
So I have two
everyone.
who did not go inside, 2 in the kitchen, and
Everything
everyone
I
else
know,
has
Tom,
come
knows.
into Joe's at this
You're
point.
worried about being compromised.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Very
need to
smart.
make sure.
Okay. I'm gonna roll empathy to see what I can feel.
Feel.
That was really smart, Chris. God damn.
Yep.
Oh,
well
fuck
played.
me.
Well, sometimes sometimes
Can I
I don't
try
care if he
again?
knows it, but
No,
this
you
is what
cannot.
I-
right now I don't.
You
want
feel
him to
too
know
much.
what-
I feel too much.
It's there's too many
Overwhelmed.
people and they're
Right.
too close and you're overwhelmed by all of it very quickly.
May I swarm form and zip into a bazillion places at 100 miles an hour and then come back? 1 second.
You'll
Okay.
ask us. Okay, great.
Sorry.
Ready.
So I just wanted to double check that you two are outside.
Yes.
correct? You
What?
two are in the kitchen and everyone
Why
else
do I
has
feel
gone
like we're
into
about
Joe's.
to roll for
Right
initiative?
now.
And I would like to
Can
make
we
a
act?
notice check if I could, to see if I can see who actually is not supposed to be here.
Go ahead and give that to me, Watt.
Beat it by 9.
Nice.
Those dudes.
You notice someone just as they're standing up from their conversation to stab Andy James in
You
the
son of a
back.
bitch.
Whoa, right there, Andy. Knife, nope.
That
nope.
person stabbing Andy shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be that person stabbing Andy. Shouldn't be stabbing Andy right now.
Tisk tisk.
You're right, they probably shouldn't be. Oh no.
Where are
If
you
only
in the
she
restaurant?
meeped and stabbed them 5 times.
You're all in the
I should do
dining
that.
area.
Yeah. the
Who
table.
is it? I mean, if we can see
What do
them
they
now, who
look
is
like?
it?
It is a very young Asian woman, about 5'8".
Wendy
No,
Gates?
has no resemblance to Wendy Gates. Why are you guys? No, I'm not. Nope, 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 nope,
Don't
nope,
do it.
nope, nope.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Had he not been on air, he totally would have slipped right there. He's done it a number of times.
Stop it.
Wait,
All right, so 20 damage to Miss Andy James, and it ignores 30 points of armor.
Oh.
It ignores 30 points of armor?
That is correct.
Jeez.
Well, that's okay. You don't get many you don't get many shots.
And as she stabs you, she turns invisible.
Nope. But this place is really crowded, so if she moves, bodies have to move out of the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Hollywood.
He is immediately
And she's 5'8".
scrambling. The
throw
moment
your
the
milkshakes.
stabbing starts, Hollywood, who is not even looking over here, his head just like swivels to where the violence is happening, and his ticket book's in his hand, and he takes 2 steps striding over it with the most stern look you have ever seen on his face.
We're in Roadhouse, guys.
Somebody's gonna be in trouble.
Roundhouse.
That's about enough! And he raises the ticket book, hits it down, looks at it, hits it down on the counter again.
Oh shit.
Hits it down on the counter again. Oh no. And at that exact moment, the doors burst open,
Oh shit.
and a small boy walks in. As he is walking in, a gentleman next to him hands him a ticket book that looks just like the one Hollywood was slapping on the ground.
How do I not see the doors never open? Nobody approached the doors. The front doors.
Not in your metaverse.
No.
Oh, son of a bitch. They came in through another metaverse.
Oh, you thought guarding the doors was gonna work.
No,
We did. We did.
I just didn't want to be inside.
We did think guarding the doors was gonna work. That's yeah.
It was
That's
really
why
our
we
plan.
did it.
went around
It was
the-
a bad idea.
Joe's
It
pretty
wasn't a
much
bad
just a
idea in
security
any way.
company's
It
nightmare.
was like that was the right thing to do.
That's about enough. All of you just hold still.
Says Isaiah.
Says a little boy, and the little boy's mouth opens, but Tom's voice is what comes out.
I hear this, right?
You hear talking from inside. Not a single one of the members of the diner starts moving. Everyone frozen still, even yourselves. You can't move a single muscle in your body.
Us in the kitchen too.
Nothing.
middle
The
of
whole
saying,
diner
"Oh,
just freezes. You're still thinking, you're still seeing, but you're just not moving.
What about me?
Outside
Looking at
seems
his
to be
junk
fine.
when this happened.
Can
Why
I
was
hear
I
them
looking
on
at
the
his
nanobots?
junk when this happened?
Oh, absolutely.
Do I have an initiative at this point? Can I take actions?
You may take actions as you so choose.
I'm gonna jump down, kick open the doors, and start blazing guns at whoever's standing there.
Unless that means that you two are frozen.
As you kick open the doors, you freeze into place.
With the doors open even though I'm outside?
Gun in
It's like
hand,
an area thing.
finger
Okay.
starting to press the trigger.
What does that look like from the outside?
Walks in.
Frozen. Like you can see past him. Now that the doors are open, you can even see into Joe's. No one is moving in Joe's. It's just stopped. Completely.
This sound effect is super creepy, by the way.
The little boy looks to the person who hands him the ticket book and says, "Thank you, Mr. Zenda. That will be all. You can return to your duties." The person who he talked to kind of twitches his head a little bit.
I'd like to use an ability.
Shoot.
I'd like to. Well, actually, let me write it out and then I'll tell you.
Okay, you work on that. The person that handed the ticket book who he just addressed as Zenda kind of does a little head
Lives
twitch.
depend on Chris Odie's penmanship.
Don't forget our deal.
Pretty good.
It's very good.
Yes, I would very much like to be alive again. I can't believe you two are working with this creep. And then takes a few stagger steps back into the back of the kitchen area and disappears from sight.
Who's the second one? I can't believe you two. Who's the second one?
And
You
now,
got 2 jacks in there.
my friends, I will ensure the eternal safety and prosperity of all beings in the metaverse. I simply cannot understand why it is that you seek to stop me. Can you not clearly see that your irresponsible actions have cost thousands, if not millions, of lives? That every one of these metaverses, all you do to each other is violence and death.
That's unfair.
Do you not wish to see an end to all of that? Do you not wish for peace for everyone?
He's a Cyberman.
Can't really answer.
I'm just thinking that in
we
my head.
can't answer him.
Are you finished yet, Mr. Zenda? It's ready. Zenda walks out of the kitchen. There's something strange about him. He walks up straight towards Tom. Gives a nod to Crash. And as he reaches with his hands towards the little boy, Isaiah reaches up to grab this ticket book and he flings it straight towards Crash.
Oh.
Everyone in the diner, roll initiative.
Wait, are we in the diner?
Everyone in the diner, roll initiative.
Cool. 15.
Yeah.
15 for Brony.
20.
20 for Maddox.
17 for Rosie.
17 for Rosie.
17 for Andy.
17 for Andy.
23.
23 for Wyatt.
All right, let's team
23 for Crash.
23 for Crash.
21.
21 for Jenica.
22 for Bruno.
And 22 for Bruno.
17.
17 for Aqua. Even though you're not inside, because you are going to be choosing that. Well, no, you're working on something for me over there, aren't you? I want, hopefully, yours before I start doing combat over here on these initiatives, if possible, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
No worries. All right.
I'm good.
Oh, you do? Excellent. Set those down. And, excuse me, guys. Guy Stone, man on the ground with a news flash. Oh, God, Tom is here. Also, this burger from Joe's is great. Come have one for yourself at your local Joe's. Back to you in the studio, James. Breaking news. The sleeping bandit has been apprehended. An off-duty deputy sheriff awoke during one of the robbery attempts by the notorious bandit. The deputy was able to take the bandit into custody. His identity has not been revealed at this time.
You're a cop.
Oh, he's still riding over there. That's okay. I have two 23s. Crash, Wyatt.
He looks like he's counting syllables. I'm very worried.
I am too. Crash, Wyatt. 23s.
It's gonna be the best haiku ever.
Well, can we suddenly move?
You can move the instant that ticket book leaves his hand.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna try and catch it. I mean, that just seems like fling it to Hollywood. He's the guy.
You're going to try and fling it to Hollywood. All right.
Can we restore some order in this place?
Well, you two are both first, so which one of you is going to go first?
He can go ahead and
All right, give me a power use roll.
6, that's 15. I made it by 1.
Made it by 1. You catch this with your power in the air and fling it towards Hollywood. It turns and bounces once right off the counter, and as it hits, everything rewinds.
Oh.
And then you're back in a moment, and Isaiah's looking over his shoulder. Zenda, is it ready yet?
So we're all frozen again.
And you're all frozen again.
God damn it.
But we remember this happens.
Yeah.
But
We do.
Well, eventually he's still going to throw the thing at him.
Yeah.
Zenda comes
Try
out,
again.
gives a nod to Crash.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And as he tries to do his maneuver, Tom steps away out of reach with the notepad. I don't think so, Mr. Zenda. And you should be aware, I never had any intention of honoring our deal. You are entirely too dangerous to be left to roam even a confined metaverse free. Goodbye, Mr. Zenda, and take Mr. Jackson with you. Your usefulness is at an end. And with the wave of his hand, both individuals go flying out the front of Joe's and disappear.
Hopefully because
So
they're
they
in
like
another
fly
universe.
towards me and then
They just disappear right at the doorway.
Probably because they're going to another universe.
Zenda and Crash.
Yep.
I've just never seen this kind of stuff, so it's like.
And good riddance.
I got one for you when you're ready.
Yes. Now.
I would like to reach into the whatever the hell I reach in to do it and pull a non-unique item.
Okay.
I'd like to pull out a scroll of sending.
A scroll of sending.
And I'd like to send the following message.
Okay.
Rhodes, this is an informant-style tip, and thus not breaking Metaverse law. The Metaverse's existence is compromised inside Joe's Diner. Please arrest the miscreant.
Thank you, Thomas.
That was nice.
Boom.
Very well done.
And good riddance. Now then, where were we? Oh yes, I was saving all of you from yourselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have places to go and people to be. With that, Tom heads for this metapod, waves it open with a hand, and climbs in. Crash, you hit the ground hard and roll and absorb most of it with your kinetic energy. Zenda next to you, not so well. He's got a wound on his head and is just kind of groaning and rolling on the ground.
Oh, sorry.
Around you, the world that you see is really horrible. It's smoggy and polluted and really urban. A garbage truck that's hovering a few feet off the ground is rounding a corner. It's just horrible. The smell alone is just bad. Metal and concrete buildings, and they just rise up into smog and disappear. There's just so much of it, like a thick layer.
Jersey.
It's just gross.
Even look at that, Ronald, Zenda, and Jack and Jack. Perfect. Just what we needed.
Excellent. Tom slowly climbs into the metapod, shuts it, powers it on. It stutters for a second.
We still can't move?
Still can't move.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And he opens it up. That's Zenda, crafty. Reaches behind the metapod and messes around for a couple of seconds, trying to sabotage me. Climbs back in the pod and closes it up. Crash.
Beep, beep.
There is a horrible, horrible noise that fills your ear like a roaring sound, a buzzing sound. Not yourself, Thomas, but everyone else.
Faster.
It's really horrifically loud to a point of pain, and then your whole body is racked with pain as the front of the Joes caves in.
Oh.
And the front of a garbage truck floating off the ground like some sci-fi future truck, going faster than you could possibly imagine, breaks through the front of the Joes. And as it does, it's almost like as it breaks through the front of the Joes that it's breaking the bones in your body.
Oh,
the
okay.
pain is excruciating.
What does that look like from the outside?
You're watching Joe's explode. For the end, it's like something's hitting it, but you don't see whatever's hitting it.
Interesting.
But the physics are like a very large object moving thousands of miles an hour, striking it.
So like the whole front
just bends in. But amazingly, Bruno, not affected, though he's standing right where he should be. Really strange to watch, because it should be hitting him, but the Joe's is going in without him moving.
Yeah, no, I see, yeah.
You're like, did I do that?
It barrels into the kitchen, slams into that metapod, flings it open, and out the other side. There's pieces of it flying everywhere. And as it breaks out the other side of it, all of Joe's around you just simply disappears.
So now we're just standing outside?
Metaverse Joe's takes you where you need to go in the metaverse, you dumb son of a bitch.
It's the last thing you hear from Crash before the garbage truck disappears, with obviously him onboarded. The pain from it going out the other side is still really, really horrible. And as you're climbing to your feet, the first thing you notice is that you don't feel your avatars at all. You don't feel any of those memories, any of that knowledge. You don't.
We remember what we did.
Yeah, you remember them, but you don't feel them. Like you're always able to feel Bombshell in the back here. It's like she's not even there.
Like it was a dream?
Like something. It's just not there at all. There is no Joe's around you anymore. Not a single bit of it. Not the walls, something. It's just an empty, vacant lot.
What do I see?
You see an empty, vacant lot, and these pilots laying on the ground, all as though they were hurt horribly.
Them and like all the others that were in the...
Nobody else but them.
Just our people, okay.
Not the Joe's. The Joe's is every trace of it. It's an empty lot, as though the Joe's was never
Are
even
any of them moving at all?
They're moving, but they all look very, very hurt. They're climbing
start
to their
moving
feet.
towards them, see if anyone's seen
Something
anything.
else is you also are immediately, you don't feel any of your avatars either. At
Not
all.
that many to begin with.
And even more so, you don't feel Tom. For the first time and forever, you don't feel
Not gonna
Tom.
lie, for me, this is a step up, people.
And then you see someone.
I run, as soon as I can move and I see this happening, I run to Andy to check on her.
She's climbing to her feet.
Well, that's just about perfect. No, I'm right where I need to be.
No, he's where he
Yes,
needs to
again,
be.
Watch. It'll only take a second.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh, I see
They're putting me where I'm supposed to be.
Oh. Look at that. Fancy. Very
Well,
fancy.
can't say I didn't expect this. Hello, everybody. My name is Rhodes. I'll be your arresting officer today.
You gave me a ticket.
Yeah, and I told you had 72 hours.
To do what?
Clear up your affairs.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, you will. No.
Your like rule system has no basis in my reality.
It has a basis in every reality. You
Not mine.
Just don't pay attention. Well, you're going down first then. Let's see. Jenica Clarkson, PhD. Very, very exciting.
Yeah, so I know a lot of things.
Okay, you are going to be taken for arraignment to Meta and Penitentiary.
Excellent.
Now.
And Jenica is gone.
Oh, no.
Same goes for everybody. Your metaverse is going to be, I'm afraid, officially cut off until further notice to, well, anywhere else. You've got... How exactly? And I'm sorry, I wasn't going to say anything until we got there, but how exactly do you make a Tom? How do you make a Tom? Does anybody know how you make a Tom? Because I don't know how you make a Tom. And yet somehow you have all done it.
We did not make the Tom.
No, you didn't make the Tom. Well, that's, you know, that's up to the triumvirate, not up to me. I'm just here to pass out the news. Let's see. James, Andy, level 5. Ooh, you make coffee. That's exciting. Well, we'll see you there.
And Andy James is gone.
Rosie Harvin, you're just going to argue with me. I'm told to stay at least 5 feet away as you may punch, bite, or kick.
Not this time. Just do it, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry for your loss. Okay.
And Rosie is gone.
Okay, Aquamarine. You know, actually, I had planned on seeing you like 5 years ago.
What do you mean by that?
You were a very mystical young woman,
Oh, thank you.
and it wasn't a compliment.
And Aquamarine is gone.
Okay. Munson.
I know. I'm gone. I'm gone. Before I go, where's Crash?
Oh.
I don't know yet. I'll find him.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
And gone.
Oh, well, I gotta put down everything. Who cares about his friends? Okay. I hate that. All right, let's see. Convicts. You know the drill, bud.
Yep. Old hat.
And gone.
Thomas Wells. You are amazing. And we'll see you there. All right.
And Thomas is gone.
Who did I miss? Just not everybody in the diner. Hey, if you're under arrest, just raise your hands. There's a lot of folks in. Just you then, huh? You think you don't deserve this?
No, I'm just thinking about everyone else on the outside.
You got a good heart, McFerrin. You'll do all right. I promise.
And Maddox is gone.
Where the hell is Hamilton?
The tickets are so expensive.
Are you hiding?
Hamilton.
Wait a minute. Are you younger?
Not that I know of.
The picture I have for you is this really crusty old dude.
Why do you have my picture?
Because I'm here to arrest you.
On what charges?
Metaverse tampering.
I haven't tampered with any metaverses.
You're with these guys. You're clearly an accomplice. You telling me you weren't riding around in the Transformer?
So was half the U.S. military afterwards. I'm not exactly sure what the rest of
Half the U.S. military is in a level 3 metapilot. Sorry, pal.
And Bruno is gone.
Okay, but you had better send him to the same penitentiary as you sent me because splitting up family is wrong.
I'm not a monster.
Thank you.
Did I miss anybody?
They all appear to be gone.
James.
Zenda Zendaya is gone as well.
There's been a few other people too.
Zendaya is gone as well. Zendaya is gone as well. Oh shit, he's with Jackson. Alright, Hollywood.
Yes, Rhodes.
Looks like you got a little cleaning up to do.
We're gonna close this franchise.
Well, all the same, just remember.
I know. We got the injunction. Metaverse closed. Understood.
Got it. See you next time, kid.
Jarbidge, Nevada. A Jeep rolls into the town, pulling to a stop in what was once the Joe's parking lot. Nothing but ruins remain. Colonel Jackson climbs out of the vehicle and walks towards the smoking pile of debris that was once the most famous 24-hour diner in all of the Metaverse. He pauses, looks around, and sighs deeply. His face is a mix of conflicting emotions. A single tear rolls down his cheek as he slowly whispers, "Thank you, son. Thank you. I am so sorry it had to be this way." He then returns to the Jeep and drives away. Thank you for watching this season of Masters of the Metaverse, the Metapocalypse. I'm so glad you could all join us.
It was metapocalyptic.
It's not over. We've got another season coming for you. I promise. I won't leave you in limbo forever.
We're not gonna leave it like that, guys. It's just not forever anyway. Just for a few weeks. Before we go.
Yes.
There is a waffle that needs to be done.
There is a waffle, so don't go anywhere.
But before we get to that, I would just like to say that we've been doing this for over 2 years now.
Yay!
This is 70 episodes we got in the can. Over 200 hours of Metaverse has been on.
My 37th episode of Metaverse.
Which means that you've been on over half of them now, which means we can't call you the new guy anymore.
7. Math. Remember?
No.
So, this has been the most reliable table of players I have ever had the pleasure of playing with.
This has been the most reliable I've ever been.
Guys, you have helped us tell this story since the very beginning, and those of you who came on later on and didn't know what you were getting into have jumped right in and become, awesome. Just as important as everyone else, and that is so cool for me to see this story that we started, a couple years ago, come to this, where, it started off as like, hey, they're playing a VR game and they're being kidnapped, to, holy shit, they're legitimate, like, superheroes trying to save the world every week at this point. It's gotten just more and more exciting, and I'm so glad that we get to continue telling this story and taking it to the next level without taking it up a notch, hopefully.
Bam! Yeah, we definitely have some more plans for you for the coming season.
So thank you to my metapilots, and thank you to my game masters.
These guys are so amazing.
What about these guys here, though?
And those ones.
And viewers like you.
I mean,
And our chat.
Yeah, the fact is, like, we came in with a very solid story in mind, and let chat mess with it at every turn, and it just made things more interesting. Chat's my favorite character on the show.
Yeah, true, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
So that was it. That's all I had to say.
Does somebody have a waffle to play?
Somebody should have
A
a waffle.
waffle.
Oh,
Helen's got a waffle!
Not a blue one. Get out of here.
Hey. All right.
I have to
I'm
hit it
gonna
on
get out
something
of your
terrible.
seat. I'm gonna give you your own little fancy chair.
we're still here.
They're gonna go to a 2-shot scene, so
Got
they'll be
it.
looking over there.
Done.
Right now, we're keeping chat entertained by talking about it. While
Hey,
we wait
chat.
for all the
All right.
It works out well.
Front of the
That
camera's like a dumbass.
There we
Okay. So, chat, I have played this exactly once, because I was writing it in the hallway while we did our first round of the fight in the parking lot. So we're gonna see how well this goes.
You need a scroller?
Yeah, I would love a scroller.
I got you.
All right.
And while you're getting ready, again, thank you everyone for tuning into YouTube for this. It was really, really important for us to stand with the workers at Amazon today. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and also by proxy standing with them as well. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
See if I can remember it. Oh, this different song that I started. Okay.
You want me to?
Oh, let's see. I've forgotten how this goes, so we're gonna try something. Well, friend, nope. Well, friend, if you know me, you know I like to read. I do almost anything for the love of a good book. And though it sounds trite, there's something that I might turn my nose up to. I won't do heroin, no, no. It might be the best times, it might be the worst. I might find the heart of darkness first. We might meet a prince who's traveled the stars. We might find out where the wild things are. But no, my friend, I won't do heroin.
sounds fair.
No.
I might.
We might help a hobbit destroy a ring. We might find out why the caged bird sings. We might make a monster from robbing some graves. The bistro math might take us away. But no, my friend. Shoot. No, but no, my friend. I won't do heroin. Oh no. We might defend the Philosopher's Stone. I might face a basilisk all on my own. I might turn back time to save my godfather, and I might put my name in the Goblet of Fire. That's right. I rhymed fire and father.
Yeah, no, that's
right.
That's impressive. Very easy of you. Wow.
I joined the Order of the Phoenix and face off with the Half-Blood Prince, but I wouldn't split Deathly Hallows into multiple movies because it was already too long and kind of boring anyway. Don't come for me. But no, my friend, I won't do heroin. Oh shit.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's with an E at the end.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry. This says I wouldn't do the heroine, and that's not true. Basically, the heroine of any book, as long as she's over 18, I would probably be into.
Yeah, this whole song doesn't make any sense anymore.
It really doesn't.
Last verse?
Yeah, so I guess there's nothing I wouldn't do, not for books and not for you.
PSA for a long time.
No.
And then I turned it into lesbians, you're welcome.
So impressive.
Same
and
thing.
thank you.
Right?
Most impressive.
Lesbians
Again,
over drugs, guys.
thank you all for joining us for the end of the Metapocalypse. I hope that you guys liked it. I hope it didn't turn out the way you expected, because I would be disappointed if you predicted the outcome. I really would. I love all of you, and I will see all of you again soon.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
We love you.
Bye.
Get tested.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse that travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.